Heroes rise, heroes fall. I see them on the front line, standing tall. They're risking life and limb to answer the call. But what they fighting for? Don't know, don't care, just along for the ride. But if it war must end, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna win inside.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. This is Every War Must End, the first campaign of the Dungeon Dads podcast. I am, as always, your DM, Tom Blaylock.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I am joined today, as always, by the king of ordered badassery, Tim Carr.
Ordered badassery. I like that.
That's pretty good, right?
I didn't even think you were talking about me. I'm flattered.
Yes. The monarch of movie quotes and hilarious tangents, Sam Frank.
Who else could that be?
Yeah, it just couldn't be. And this is the one I had the least confidence in. Sorry, John. And Chief Voce Bravado, the last great actor of North Kekalak, John Watson.
Yeah, baby. That's right. Voce bravado.
Voce Bravado. and I have a super special surprise for our listeners. It's not a surprise for our normal team here.
Let them know.
I know. We have our first guest, guys. Please welcome Austin Moraga, the creator of the excellent podcast, The Ironbound Chest.
Yes.
Austin Moraga.
Austin.
Thank you.
Hello, welcome.
I'm glad this is a podcast because you can't see me blushing exponentially right now. My heart's beating out of my chest.
I just want to say right off the bat here, I'm a little ticked off that Tom waited until we had company to actually bust out with a real introduction.
That's what I deserve.
It's like we're not good enough.
No, it's not. It's not that.
Basis.
Right around episode 4, I decided I was going to start doing this. But here's the problem: is I wanted to have a real
It's
break.
taken 23
No.
episodes.
Oh
No.
my god.
I didn't want to fuck up season 1. I wanted season 1 to
Got
be
it.
consistent. We're now
Smart.
out of season 1.
We're in the season of
yeah.
good intros.
Congrats on that, guys, by the way.
Thank you
Congrats
so
on that.
much.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
The season of good intros. I want to say about Austin's podcast, the Ironbound Chest, really fast. I love it. He does these really deep dive interviews with creators in the RPG podcasting community. He is an excellent pod host, and I know that when I was on the show, he said he had not done interviews before, and he is excellent at it.
He's killing it.
He's really killing it. I love episode 4 with John from the Tales of the Manicore. I love this episode. John Watson told me to listen to it, and I was like, I don't know, it sounds kind of weird. And he was, and I listened to this guy, and then I actually listened to Tales of the Manicore. Excellent. And then the really recent one with Megan and Tristan, the Girl Meets Nerd, so good, so good.
I love them.
Man.
I love them
really.
too.
So welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're really
It's
glad
really
to have
cool
you
to be here.
Yeah.
I was telling Tom this whenever we had done the intro or like the character creation episode. I've been just like binging the ever loving hell out of Dungeon Dads. So like for me, it's like up there with like all the other great podcasts that I listen to. So like I do not lie when I say like I'm fucking nervous. like you guys are like celebrities to me. So thank you. I really do feel honored and really, really appreciative. So
I assure you, just like celebrities, we are normal people.
Speak for yourself, Tim.
yeah, I know. I mean, like,
My God.
I mean, if you want to put yourself down, Tim, that's fine.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, that's kinda- yeah,
I'm
that's
sure the
kinda the
others
thing I do.
won't. I'm sure the
I feel
others
like
won't.
we're a cut above. Well, I think with a lot of these things, it's like running a race. You know, your nerves go up right up to the starting gun, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I know how to do this.
But I don't.
You're just
I
running.
really don't. I don't. I am just like a DM forever. I'm a forever DM. I have maybe had 1 or 2 experiences as a player, so this is something really special for me.
I can't wait.
It's awesome. I'm really excited.
I for one can't wait. We'll be like Jack Black and what's his name? Like
Kyle Gass?
Cow guy?
Kyle Gass, yeah. So we'll lead as 2 DMs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you
Lead
go.
as 2 DMs.
There you go. Keep going. Keep going.
No, I can't. I won't. I can't.
Damn.
So, are you guys want to get? You just want to just
Let's
go
get
into
to
this?
it.
Are you
Let's
ready?
get to
I'm
it.
so
Yeah,
excited.
let's
Okay.
do
Do it.
Well, so our fans might be expecting Filnir, Abel, and Jonas and the rest of the crew. But this episode is, I don't know, it's either the last episode of season 1 or the first episode of season 2. We are not going to see these characters. Well, we could. I take that back. We could see these characters depending on what these guys do today.
I'm over here.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
But this will be sort of like our Razor, if anybody is fans of BG, and I'm not talking about Baldur's Gate, I'm talking about Battlestar Galactica. And we are going to just get right in this. This episode is called Meanwhile in Lakeshire. We're in the Waterdavian Cafe right now. Argon?
Yes.
Yes. You are sitting in the Consulate Cafe. You've been in Lakeshire now the better part of 3 weeks. You've been sizing up the city, scouting locations, planning easy exits, hiding weapons, supplies, paying off crooked guards. You are ready for the mission that you have, with the exception of 1 or 2 things you wish you could have done before today. Your employer promised you a scouting mission into the dungeon to see Grim Portnoy. You've been hired to extract this Grim person out of the dungeon underneath the orphanage. Your employer, you thought at one time, was a half-orc body man of the elven consul of Waterdeep. This guy seems to have disappeared entirely for one reason or another. And so you're now in this building, and you have been thinking about the orphanage. You scouted it, and you realize that it's not exactly an orphanage. After a really unfortunate event that set the place on fire.
This is the orphanage. The orphanage.
This is the orphanage.
Oh,
yes,
I love it.
There was an alley brawl that people sort of have explained to you was between 2 groups of assassins,
One of which was
Those
much
monsters.
better looking than the other group.
yeah, one of them was had a crazy old dude. And the other one, and the other one did some really weird shit with a sword afterwards. But actually, you've come to learn that the orphanage is actually a place where important hostages from Adair and Hark and Monterre and even places in Faerun are sent and held. And it's sort of this, it's like Lakeshire's centerpiece of their neutrality. So if someone wants to send captures a hostage, an important person's son, they want to have some kind of leverage with them. Instead of keeping them themselves, they'll send them to Lakeshire, and they sort of go to school. It is a fine place to be. That's the top floors. That's from the ground up.
It's sort of like an escrow account, but for children instead of money.
That's right. That's right. It's an escrow account. It's exactly what it is. Yeah. But the dungeon that's down there, for a while, it was like a holding place for people to be executed. Political prisoners, a lot of people from the Battle of the Bands were down there. You've learned this. But now there's very few people in there. You know that much. And you know that the town is just kind of reeling from recent attacks from the Underdark, and missing halflings all over the place. And this is sort of the context of you being here. Argon, tell me what you look like as you sip your cup of bula and crunch into the too dry Waterdavian cracker that people like here.
Sipping that bula. Yeah, these crackers never get any better. So you would see this man named Argon Thatchback. He's pretty much just a lean man with like very little to no muscle definition at all. He's kind of like sitting with like a very stooped over ever so slightly, and you wouldn't even
Scoliosis or something.
something you don't know.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't notice at like a first cursory glance. Like you'd kind of have to see that like he's got that slight bend to him. When he's like holding the cup to drink or eating the crackers, his fingers kind of like are dancing and flickering and fiddling every now and again. But he's dressed very neatly, very tidily. He's kind of also like often picking at like loose lint or specks of dust as though he were preening himself. And after he takes a drink of his bula, his lips are like loosely pursed in a permanent like purseless, like below this thick yet well trimmed mustached mutton chops that has like flecks of gray that peek out among the brown. And it's very styled, and like the top of his hair is very styled and combed in a very neat manner. But like the feature that most sticks out probably is his eyes. He's got these shallow, sunken eyes that kind of like the only thing that kind of peer out of this are his hazel colored irises, and his eyelids are always like just wide. He's always alert, and he's just kind of like flickering here and there. Always observing, looking around.
So
that's what you see.
So you're finishing up this bula, and you're supposed to meet someone here. You got word through a coded system that you have put into place since you got into town that you were supposed to meet someone with wearing a cloak with gray wolf fringe around the hood, and you're sort of noticing people as they come in. Not a lot of customers today. You see a human woman come in with kinky red hair and blue silk trousers. She comes in from the street. The sun is sort of setting on the lakeside now. Mm-hmm. So we're getting to 7, 8 p.m. You see this barrel-chested dwarf come up, and he's got this giant empty greatsword scabbard on his back. This is not uncommon for some of the recent arrivals to Lakeshire. There's been a lot of people come from Farron recently. Gotcha. After the Ladybone trade has started to dry up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And they're not allowed to carry weapons. So It's not uncommon to see someone have an empty scabbard like this. Okay. And he sits down, and finally you spot the man you think you've been waiting for. A white cloak, fringe gray wolf fur. And he makes his way past the table that you're sitting at, clearly trying not to meet your eyes. And he sits down.
All right. Can I just give a quick, like, cursory perception check around the room for anything else? Yeah,
take a look. And give me a roll for perception. Okay. And remind me of what your passive is.
15.
15. Oh, yeah. Shit, you're not missing much.
Okay. Should I roll then, or
roll? I have one detail that you're going to roll for.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bad. I rolled an 8.
Okay. All right. So
off to a great start.
So you don't notice the very thing that I was hoping you'd notice that I should have just given to you from the beginning, but it's okay. Now I'm not going to, because I said I wouldn't.
Hey, it's fine. It's the way the cookie crumbles, as some might say.
And there's this kind of like
wait, can you talk a little bit about how cool that detail would have been?
Well, the detail was going to do you like magic items, Austin?
I mean, what DM with their salt doesn't, man?
So you're sort of scanning the room. Mm-hmm. The dwarf is completely ignoring you. Like he doesn't seem to be a part of this at all. And as you're sort of like looking close at him, mm-hmm. you do see that the scabbard looks heavier than it should be. And as you're sort of like squinting your eyes at it, the woman who came in earlier with the kinky red hair, she is like kneels down next to you. And she produces an envelope and hands it to you and says, "Sir, I believe you dropped this."
Oh,
And then she walks off.
Miss. Oh, damn it. I take a look at it. I guess I open it.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Take a look.
So immediately what falls out is a square of magic tar. And you know this to be something you've used in some of your missions before. You can chew this, and while you have it like clenched in your teeth, you can hear the voice of someone else. You can so sometimes you have like eyes out on the street, and you might have a scout who is looking for things, and you'll both be chewing this magic tar, and you can speak to each other as though you're using the message spell.
It doesn't look pre-chewed though, right?
It does not look pre-chewed. It's like a square, it looks like a starburst except black.
Pop it in my mouth, kind of discreetly, knowing what it is.
And then the note that's in the envelope, it says, in your secret code that you've been using here, the Drow and Waterdavians strike in 15 minutes. The dwarf has keys to the orphanage and dungeon, and he will not relinquish them willingly. Grim Portnoy is in bottom floor cell. Meet me in the Owlwood Keep, and Lady Goliath Adair will be there in 2 days. Do not come sooner. Do not come later.
Okay. I'm not going to roll for this, but just character-wise, he kind of like looks around and kind of like tucks it into his like shirt, basically.
Yep.
And he just starts to chew on this magic tar. Does it activate, or is this something that whenever something happens with it, then I will know?
You might need to speak in it using your thing. It's sort of like the way someone who's holding a puppet and keeps their mouth closed and tries to throw their voice a little bit. So that's sort of how you have to speak into it.
Those are called ventriloquists, Tom.
Yeah.
Ventriloquists, sure.
They're people, man.
Thanks a lot, dictionary.
And they're dummies, not puppets.
All right. I kind of quietly just go, hello. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, you need to get the key from the dwarf and get to the dungeon quickly. We do not have much time.
Understood. And I kind of take like one last bite of a cracker, just like crunchiness.
Too loud. Too loud. Oh, careful.
You just hear
and you see the guy who's sitting at the table ahead of you, like goes like this with his ear and takes his tar out and looks back at you, and you see that this is a halfling, and you have actually seen this halfling around. You suspect that this is the halfling that was disguised as the orc.
Gotcha.
Though you're not 100% positive. You have seen him before.
Okay. I give him like a quick cursory like nod of like, hey, sorry. And I suppose that I would kind of preen the rest of my outfit, make sure it's nice and tidy, stand up, and I guess where exactly is this dwarf in relation to me?
So he is about 15 feet away from you. He's looking away from you. He's looking out at the street, and you are more in the restaurant, so you could see everyone who is coming in. Everyone, so you're the back table, and then behind you is like where the museum is, and what you assume would be the sort of private quarters of the consul.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess. Can I see these keys on him just like hanging off of his belt or anything like that? Or does it just...
No, I mean, it seems like it's something that probably would have taken you a 16 DC perception
God damn it.
to see.
Curses. All right. Beautiful. Love that. I mean, I had half of that. I had an 18, or I had an 8. So, I mean...
Can you see one key?
I can see the glint of the metal.
He has no bags. He
Okay.
definitely has a pocket that's sewn into his pants. That could be. I don't know.
Gotcha. I suppose I'm going to try to kind of discreetly make my way over to him, and just kind of like, is he watching me or is he just looking out? You said he's just looking out.
He is deep in his fourth cracker, and
I can
actually,
hear the crunch.
yeah, you can hear the crunch. And as you stand up to make your way over to him, like he looks at the cup that has his bula in it with just utter disgust, and he says, "It's all good. I need a. Why are you giving me this? I need a flagon. Give me a flagon." And the waitress who was there earlier comes back and says, "Sir, I told you you'll have to go across the street. We only serve bula and crackers." Ugh.
Dang, I'm thinking here. Would it behoove me to think out loud? Because I'm a man who likes to think out loud. Okay.
You got 3 guys here who can help you.
Right.
I'm not going to help you.
So idea 1 is I go up to him and say, like, boy, that's a real shame that they only serve what feel like 3-day-old crackers and dirt water. Basically, I want to kind of either offer to go get him ale, bring it to him, but I feel like that would put me in too much of his line of sight. Or I have a pretty good sleight of hand, and I have a pretty good stealth. I
need
just
ale
kind of
right
get it.
now.
Okay, I have an idea.
Neverwinter has it, she says.
I'm going to kind of make my way over to him, and he's sitting down. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pull up a chair, kind of as though I know this guy. We're like, "Hey there, friend."
Seats taken.
Oh, no. Let me explain. And I kind of whisper in his ear. I was like, "I'd be willing to go get you some of that ale." And I kind of like put my hand like on his shoulder, and I'm kind of like leaning in close so I can kind of keep it a hushed tone. So I'm like, I wouldn't want the waitresses to hear about this. I mean, I know how, and I make a quotations mark, how good this bula does taste. So I'd be willing to go get you some good drink.
I'm supposed to wait here. All right. And he pulls out his purse and he flips you a gold coin. He says, "I want dwarven ale."
I flip it back to him and says, No, friend. This is on me. And I quickly get up. I take a moment to gauge his reaction to that.
I mean, he looks at you like you're some kind of weakling and like you're not a threat to him in the least.
Good. I am going to then give him a little like a friendly wink, and I'm going to walk to the next establishment and attempt to procure myself some dwarven ale.
They got it.
Okay.
They got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Pay them however much it's going to be, and I quickly make my way back. I kind of do that thing where, if you've ever been anywhere, it's like you're not supposed to have food or drink, so you kind of like hide it at your side.
Yeah.
I do that move, and I make my way onto the side.
Do you still have the chaw in your mouth?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah. And I, on my way back, I speak and I say, "Is our dwarven friend still seating himself there?"
You have 4 minutes.
You
do not want to be too far away from the orphanage in 4 minutes.
Understood. I hurry myself back. I was about to say slam. I place the dwarven ale on the table and kind of like seat myself next to him a little bit, and I'm going to try to use sleight of hand to try to pickpocket these keys.
Okay. Here
Okay.
goes.
Let me find my Right skill. Okay, here we go.
Pick that pocket.
I hope so. Okay, I got a 19.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
sir.
All right.
Just slit this guy's throat. Yeah, you get the keys.
I mean, no.
you find the keys, you get them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I make sure to muffle them.
That's good ale. That's good ale.
Good
Thank
muffin.
you. Thank you.
And I quickly toss him a gold piece, just to be like, "See you around, friend." And I pocket them, and I make my way to the orphanage.
All right. I'm gonna. You know what? I need you to give me a keeping it cool check.
Keeping it
give me
cool
give me
check.
a either persuasion or deception.
Okay.
Either persuasion or deception, your choice, or performance, whichever one is higher for you.
Why is this fella buying me a drink and paying me for it?
I'm gonna
And then paying me for it.
I'm gonna do deception because I at least
Okay,
have a
do
3,
it.
where the other ones I have 0. I'm not
Okay.
charismatic.
Okay, do it.
Okay. Oh, an 18.
Yeah, baby.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Downtown cool
Yeah.
school, baby.
Yeah, sure. You know what? He's like, oh, thank you. Not enough people respect a dwarf around here to pay him to bring them their own ale.
Hey. I said, my friend, the dwarves are have for too long looked down upon. I respect you and your people, and I mean, out.
Go. You hear in your
I'm
mouth.
like power walking. I'm almost jogging, like,
Okay.
and I make my way to the orphanage.
Okay. So you have a I have a question for you now.
Okay.
So you know right where to go. In the alley, there's a door that leads straight down in the dungeon.
Okay.
You've scouted this place. This is the spot that you want to enter. You know it.
Okay.
The question is, you got 4 minutes left. You don't have it. That's not a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
Are you going in the way you are now?
I mean, do I know of another way in? Is the thing.
Front door, roof.
Probably not good.
You have to go all the way through the orphanage. This is the spot. You know it. You have scouted this place. This is the one.
Okay. I will say this. On my way there, I had hidden a little like basically like a stash of items to kind of like
Your go bag.
my
You got
go
your
bag. Yeah, my let's get ready, let's get set, let's go bag.
Okay.
And I quickly grab that without, I go the way I should go, grab it without breaking a stride. I just go into the entrance there where,
Okay.
it's the place.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So when you get there, here's the other thing you know about this place.
Okay.
The devotees of Bahamut have basically taken over as the guards since the fire happened of the dungeon and the orphanage.
Okay.
These are the sort of kind of badass gendarme of Lakeshire, like the above the police, but not exactly like soldiers.
Okay.
And you've taken a look at this alley. Every time they go there, they kneel down and pray before they entering the dungeon.
Okay.
And then they go down and
Okay. So you're saying they kneel down and pray, and I know this kind of thing.
you've watched them do it
Okay.
100 times.
Do I happen to know what the prayer is, or is it just I know what it looks like when they do this?
You know what it looks like.
Okay. Question for you, Tom. Would there be something I could roll to potentially get a sense of like this place has some kind of like magical wards on it or protections or thing?
You have looked around. It doesn't seem to be a magic thing at all.
Okay.
And you don't think there's anyone on the other end of the place.
Gotcha. Okay. Dang. Then in that case, I don't see anyone else, so I suppose that I will just stealthily make my way inside.
Okay. So you got a key. You're gonna open it.
Yes.
All right. So I need you
Yes.
to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck. All right. That's my best one, which is great. That's my best one.
Okay. All right.
All right. I got a +6 to this. Okay.
All right. Oh wow, that's great.
Okay. Ooh, not great though. It's an 11 total.
Okay, so when you put the key
Yep.
in the hole,
So quoth the queen.
so quote the queen, indeed. When you put the key in the hole, a blue mist of paint shoots out
Okay.
from the keyhole.
Okay.
And you sort of get it on you a little bit.
Okay.
I need you to roll a DC 10 Constitution saving throw now, my friend.
Okay. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. I reap what I sow. All right, here we go. Oh, the box. Okay. An 8 total.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. All right. I will tell you what happens later.
And thus
All right.
ends the interlude.
Let's cut to the boys. Let's cut to the regulars. Here.
Well, we're here. We're it's time.
All right.
The door does not open when you enter the key into that particular keyhole.
Okay.
You believe there must be another keyhole somewhere else.
Damn.
Perhaps lower.
Perhaps lower. Okay. Okay. I do have thieves' tools, which I could use. I guess.
Okay, as you reach for your thieves' tools,
Right.
you see a small keyhole near the base of the door, where the Bahamut people had been praying.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Argon's not stupid, so he's gonna try the key in there.
Do it,
Okay.
and the door opens. But the weird thing is that the door does not open from the side of the door where the first keyhole was.
Mm-hmm.
It actually the hinges seem to come off, and you realize that there are internal hinges that allow this door to open from the opposite direction. So you thought it opened from the left hand side, but it actually opens from the right hand side.
Got you. Quick point of order. You said I was splashed by this kind of like blue paint mist.
Yes.
Now, is this something that is like visible on me?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
It's on you.
Okay.
And
Yeah. Go ahead.
okay. So you go in. Yes.
I do. However, before I do, am I kind of like in a secluded-ish area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I quickly don my gear,
Okay.
and I. Do you mind if I describe the gear?
Tell
that
us
I've
what
got?
you look like.
All right.
Yeah, tell us
Yeah,
what you look
I
like.
totally.
Actually, no, not yet.
Ooh,
Not
okay.
yet. Not
Please
yet.
do.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
I know when I want that to happen.
Okay.
Okay. So as you go down the stairs, you hear a scream, and you hear a struggle, and from the cells, the area of the cells, a half elven, like well put together, guard looking type person sees you
Okay.
and comes running at you with a knife drawn.
Okay. Do I see what race they are?
Half elf.
Half elf. Okay, half elf. Well, I was told not to kill guards, and I was told not to kill halflings. Now, this person does look like a guard, though.
He's gonna kill you.
Okay. I quickly, underneath my cloak, I pull out 2 hand crossbows, and I level them to
Okay.
fire.
All right, fire.
Okay.
I'll give you a round. The guy's running up the
Okay,
stairs.
I
toward
have
you.
a few things for this, by the way. So would this be? I guess this would be like a first turn combat scenario ish kind of thing.
You're gonna get one. You'll get one attack right now.
One attack right now. Okay. Well, I'm wondering if my ability Dread Ambusher for my Gloomstalker would come into play with this.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely will.
Okay.
Yes.
So I get 10 extra feet of movement, and I can basically, if I take this attack, I can make an additional weapon attack as part of that action. So basically, and if it hits, the target takes an extra 1d8 damage of the weapon's type. So I'm going to make 2 attacks.
Nice.
Do it.
Okay.
Do
so
it. And it's dark. It's dim light. Do
it's
you
dim
get do you get advantage, right? Is a Gloomstalker? The answer is yes. You do. You get advantage on this.
Okay.
attack.
Okay. Good. All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for my first attack, let's see, 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. Do you want me to roll my damage now, or just roll the second attack?
Roll your damage.
Okay. Beautiful.
So you, there you
9, and I get to roll a d8 now.
go. All right, do it.
8, so 17 points of damage just on the first
Okay.
hit.
Wow.
So
I get another hit.
So this bolt enters this half elf's neck and blows out the back.
I'm like James Bond. Bam.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're back to the dungeon dads now, who are actually in the dungeon.
Oh no.
Gentlemen, your yeah.
Sorry, I just had a flash to Top Secret where he like wakes up and they're whipping him in the German prison. He's like, "Oh, thank God!" For a second there, I thought I was back in high school.
No.
Welcome back to the dungeon, friends.
Welcome back to dungeons. Okay, gentlemen, Sam, Tim, and John. Your favorite guard, Helton, is a half elf, and he comes down the stairs from the kitchen, bringing you your dinner. And you can see that he's also brought you pudding and candied pluots tonight. He's also got under his arms his Tiny Labyrinth, which is a game you sometimes play together, and he has his fortune cards put in his small wooden box. And he says, "Hey, dinner, but for a story about Prince Adair's woman, or perhaps the Cloud Sea, or mayhaps a little future telling. Dessert, boys." Grim?
You're too good. You're too good. It looks like one of my favorite treats right there. What do you say, Grim?
Looks good to me, Grim.
Ah, that looks good.
All right. So, which one of you is gonna tell the story about the Adair woman?
Oh,
I think it's Grim's turn tonight, isn't it?
Grim.
All right.
You humble me, Grim. It's got to be Grim's turn tonight.
it's got to be Grim's turn.
The gentlemen have a secret, Austin.
Obviously. I will say, I planned for something for Grim. Not exactly what it might not work.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll make do.
All right.
All
right.
I'm hungry. If we could save the story for after. Grims, you want to eat, Grims?
All right, you heard him. We've got to eat first. Story later.
All right, it's delicious. He has brought you the upstairs food that you know goes to all the VIPs, and you sort of see as you eat, you get the evil eye from the ancient elf that's been in the cell next to you for as long as you all have been here. He is, as you know, he's tried to commit suicide almost every day since you have been here. They have taken his fingers off of him. They've taken his tongue off of him. Very recently, they have actually taken his eyes. It's not torture.
So which eye is he giving us the evil eye with?
Well, he sort of looks in your direction.
Like a
Okay, go
tattoo
fuck
on his
yourself.
palm.
Yeah. He sort of looks at you with his ocular holes, and
He looks at us with his ocular nerve.
The actual nerve.
Yeah, the actual nerve. This is like dangling out. But he's like listening, and you can tell from his face he's upset about the fact that you're eating. And he sort of mumbles something, and you know they're going to come to force feed him here soon enough, and you know that they've been trying to keep him alive, like against all odds. He's recently started eating feces to try and poison himself, and so they've had to bring in priests of Bahamut to treat his disease that he keeps giving himself, and Helton Helton says, I really... Would one of you please, would you please, Grim, would you please read me my fortune?
All right. This is really good today. You did a good job. All right.
Okay.
Let me see your hand.
All right. So he takes his cards out like he always does, and he lays down the mob, what it's called, the way that they tell fortunes here. So he lays out 3 cards. It's called the mob. The first one is bats. The second one is an upside down golden chest. And the third one is a gloved hand that's pierced with a sewing needle.
Oh, Grim, would you
this is
look
the
at
mob.
that?
And then he says, should I turn out the turncoat and the hero?
I look at him. I stare at him for a little bit and say, all right, go ahead.
Okay. The turncoat is a golden chest, and the hero is a log stuck floating in the water. So to reiterate, he has laid down 5 cards.
we don't want to miss. And can
Yeah.
you repeat what all of those were?
Yes,
please, so that
let me see
we
if I
can
can
make
remember
sure
my
we're
rolls.
telling an
Yes,
accurate
I have it.
fortune here.
I have my rolls here. Okay. The mob is bats on one card. Another card has an upside down castle. And the third one is a gloved hand pierced with a sewing needle. The turncoat, which he puts below the 3 cards, is a golden chest. And the hero, which is closest to you and furthest away from him, is a log stuck floating in the water. Is this good?
The log make me laugh. Log in the water.
Oh, I don't know. This looks like you're going to have to make a decision.
Like, what kind of decision? Like, I was, I was thinking, Gillis's sister and I have been, as you know, seeing each other occasionally, and I'm about to get paid for the season, and I was thinking of asking her to, make sex forever, exclusively with me.
Hence the log on the water there.
Oh, is that a good idea? Is that good?
Well, the problem I'm seeing is that you see those bats there.
I see them.
That means you're not really going to see what's coming.
He's right. That's not good.
You'll have an
Surprises.
idea. You'll have an idea of 2 different paths, and you're just going to have to make a decision without a lot of information. Is what I'm seeing. You'll be making the decision blindly, if that makes any sense.
And you may not have much time.
Time definitely of the essence. One will be riches on both sides, but one will not be the riches you thought they were, and the other will be the proverbial pot of gold. I'm sorry, but it's really going to be up to chance with this one.
That's not what I was buying from you with dessert. Should I ask her to marry me?
Yeah.
I say yeah, Grim.
Yes.
What do you think, Grim?
I've always been
Yes.
fond of love. I think love is the most beautiful thing in the world.
I would have love if I was not in here.
I think you should listen to Grim on this one.
Grim.
What?
Grim loves love.
Big Grim. When you were engaged to Lady Goliath, or not engaged with her, under the nose of her husband, How did you know she was the right one that you'd be willing to go to prison for the rest of your life for?
Sometimes you just smell it. It just happens. You just know.
It's a wise word, Grim.
You know, there are many ladies in the world, and she could be the one. But what about that lady you were telling us about last month?
Well, she's my boss.
Well, she could be the one too. And maybe you'll meet a lady next week. She's another one.
Do you know what you have to do if you want to be confirmed as a Bahamut, which she would require? It's fine if you're young. It is not something a grown man wants to do. Yes.
So in that case, I would say she is not the one, and you should find another one.
Yeah, it sounds like having more information helps us help you make decision. Right, Grim?
And
I couldn't have said it better myself, Grim.
Absolutely right, Grim. Absolutely right.
well, I gotta go help. I gotta go help with dummy over here, and you see that the feeding crew, the pillow
That
feeding
poor
crew,
wretched
is coming
creature.
down. Yeah,
Sending his ocular nerves this way.
I wish we were allowed to kill him, but they said the worst thing we can do is kill him. Well, this is no kind of life. They said he's dangerous when dead, whatever that means.
Dangerous when dead.
Yeah.
More than... I guess he's not very dangerous now.
And you have him here to mutilate him.
No. I think that they do that to protect him. I know.
I'm sorry?
I know. Rella says, this is what Rella says. She says that we have to keep protecting him from himself. That he wants to die. And we should not allow it to happen. And you see that the pillow, they call them the pillow feeding crew, and they're actually like covered in padding when they come down, and they have a plate full of food, and they hold him down. He struggles. One of the feeders is the Bahamut priest, and she comes over and like does an incantation to solve his disease that he's recently contracted from his own feces. And he's screaming and he's crying, and all of you hear this from out and up and toward the valley. You hear that toward the alley. You hear this click, and then poof, and you hear this thing, and you hear the door sort of slide open, and Helting gets up and says, "The trap is sprung, Rella. The trap is sprung." And he runs toward the stairs, and you see just a single bolt and a shower of blood from the stairs.
Grim,
No, Helton!
Grim, would I tell you? Bets.
And walking down from the stairs, you see this dark figure with a mask that has kind of looks like an owl mask with dark studded leather. And what else does it look like, Austin?
Okay. So, the first thing you see are these like two circular eyes, like dim reflections of moonlight, surrounded just by this dark, black inky mask that appears, like you said, to look like an owl. He's got a dark hood that covers the rest of the head, and it continues down into like a closely worn cloak, so it's not like billowing or flapping around too much, though. But you see this figure is kind of stooped ever so slightly beneath the shadowy mantle. He's got, you can sort of see like black studded leather armor and similarly colored boots and pants, that cling to the figure, albeit somewhat loosely. But also strapped to his back, you see are like two, like, I guess if you can imagine like a ninja, how he's got like his swords, attached to his back. Yeah. And you can see that they're two short swords, so they don't jostle and move undesirably. But he's holding two crossbows in his hand, one that's kind of like at the ready, and the other that's kind of closer to his body, pointed outwards as well. And that's what you see.
And the scene here that the three Grims see is that you see, Stormfeather,
Yes.
is you see an open cell with three men who look like they have lost a great deal of weight. One is super young and kind of handsome and like muscular, rippling, sort of young farmer body, just beautiful
Country boy bod.
There's an old guy that looks kind of weakish. Sam, go ahead.
45. Not
45. So sorry, 45. And then you also see this. He's so the first two are human. This one is a wood elf.
Oh.
Long, like kind of pretty black hair. And he also looks like buff, like extremely buff for a wood elf. And not as pretty as some other wood elves, but very pretty. And they are sort of just wearing rags in this cell. And you also see that there is a half elf woman and a clean, well put together human who is standing over an elf that looks like they're torturing.
So,
Well, Grim,
Yeah, go ahead.
look at this dark bastard.
Grim, it is time.
Friend, have you come to kill Grim Portnoy, or have you come to rescue Grim Portnoy? Have you come to rescue Grim Portnoy, then kill Grim Portnoy?
Stormfeather kind of like, you can see his mat. You don't see the eyes move at all, but you just see like the head scanning the whole room. And it says, I'm looking for Grim Portnoy.
I'm Grim Portnoy.
Right here.
I think, depending on the answer to your question, I might say any one of us could be Grim Portnoy.
Oh, right.
All right.
You're not here to kill, right?
Gentlemen, I want to tell you, you are now in initiative. Rella Splitto has jumped up and the priest has jumped up.
It's Rella. Okay.
Yikes.
Tom, you're making this painful.
Please, Tom.
17
Okay.
for Grim Portnoy.
Grim Portnoy got a 13.
Grim Portnoy got a 17.
I love this, and I hate this. Beautiful work, boys. Beautiful work. Let's see. I got a 20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
All right. So Stormfeather will act first.
Okay.
So just to reiterate, you started this conversation and now you see this half elf that looks like it's going to be pretty tough, not going to lie.
Okay.
And a priest stand up over an elf that looks like they were torturing.
Okay.
And you have three people who claim to be Grim.
Do they look to be of any, like, do the Grim Portnoys, plural, look to be of any kind of like mental capacity that they know that this is sort of a bad situation? Or do they just what's going on on your faces, gentlemen?
I think when we saw the glowing eyes and the dark mask descend the stairs after the guard got a bolt through the neck, I think we're all ready for something to go down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, let me just say, it's not a Tuesday,
Right.
You know,
Obviously. Absolutely. No.
Hey, Grim, what an unusual turn of events, wouldn't you say, Grim?
Yeah. Oh. Grim thinks so. Grim thinks so.
Most definitely. Looks like the door is wide open.
Yeah, your cell is open too.
Oh, our
Shall
cell
we
is open
go?
too?
Yeah, well, he was playing cards with you guys.
Here's what I'm
Is
gonna
Man
do.
in Black here for help or harm?
Here's what I do. I guess, Tom, this is a question for you. I'm going to take off these short swords and say, whoever the damn hell Grim Portnoy is, stand up and fight. And I toss the 2 short swords to them, at least 2 of them, like at their feet.
Okay.
Say, I'm here to help Grim Portnoy. So I toss the 2 short swords.
I jump out, I roll on the ground, and I grab a short sword.
Okay.
All right. Save it for your turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Easy there,
Fine.
Grim.
So and
I'll give you that as a free action.
Okay.
So you have a decision to
Right.
make though.
okay.
Um,
Yeah. Do they look tied up at all, or is there just
their cell is now open. They are not tied up at
Okay.
all.
and in terms of enemies, please describe just which ones.
You have 3 Grims.
Okay.
In one cell. In another cell, you have an ancient looking elf that looks like he's being tortured. You have a half elf that looks like she's ready to rumble, and you have a priest that is looks maybe ready to rumble.
Okay.
And they are both in this cell, which is also open.
Okay. Here's my idea. So could I, and none of these are halflings, which one's human? Which one of these enemies of mine are human?
The cult fanatic.
Cult fanatic. Okay.
That is a Bahamut priest.
That's hardly a neutral descriptor right there.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to get this guy to put an arrow through another person, Sam.
Yeah. I can definitely do that. That shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I will first lower my hand crossbows at the cult fanatic and just quickly say, "Are you going to scream?"
Absolutely not.
Can I roll an insight check on that real quick?
Sure.
Okay. Insight 10.
Okay. I mean, probably not.
Probably not.
Gonna scream.
Great. Okay. Then dang. This is a hard thing to do because I'm not supposed to kill anyone.
You got.
But I did.
You do it. You do what you got to do, man. I'm gonna give you.
You could ready an
5.
action.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to tell me what you're gonna do.
Okay, and the other person who did not answer me about screaming, did they look like they're of any kind of like they're gonna jump up and?
I'm definitely not gonna scream.
Would you? How about this? How about I just roll insight for my turn this whole time? Okay. I'm gonna roll another insight check on that. That is, oh man, a 7.
Not gonna scream. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
that's my turn. I've
Grim-
just got these hand crossbows aimed at both of them. Then
Grim Portnoy Tim.
Are you helping or hurting?
I am helping.
Okay. I'll run outside. Which one's closer, Tom? Closer to the cell? Arella or the priest?
They are both in the cell.
In our cell? Or in
No,
the other?
in the elves' cell.
Maybe we just go? I'm gonna head toward the door.
Are you running for it, Grim?
Is door open at the top? Let's go.
Door is open.
Can I get by the ranger?
Yeah. He's there.
Or is he like in the way?
if he moves out of the way, you
Yeah,
can. For sure.
I would definitely like hug myself to the one side of the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you dash, you can be into the alley.
Okay, I dash.
Okay. All right, Grim Portnoy Sam.
And John's picked up one short sword.
Well, they said to wait for my turn.
But I didn't pick up a short sword.
okay.
swipe
Okay.
a little bit of crushed powder off of my rags and dab it under each eye. And then cast the Friends cantrip on Rella Splittoe.
Hey.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
And let's see.
Can't believe you're not gonna let me kill one of these people.
Persuasion, I have +3.
What's the saving throw for her for the?
She doesn't
things?
have a saving throw. I just have advantage on charisma checks against
Charisma
her.
checks.
Okay.
So I'm going to do this one with advantage. And I'm just going to say, Rella, you've been good to us. We've tried our best to be good to you, but it is time for us to leave. Clearly, we would all prefer this to be without bloodshed. That's a 20, baby.
Hot damn. Nice.
All right. So she's persuaded that you mean that, and she just says, "Which one of you is the real Grim Portnoy?"
Grim ran away.
And I say, Rella, in a way, aren't we all Grim Portnoy? And then I run to the street.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. Grim Portnoy. Oh no, actually,
but I don't make it to the alley because I can't dash, right?
yeah, that's right. Grim Portnoy, John.
I just look at Rella. I say, "Don't follow us, Rella!" And I jump out. I roll, grab the short sword, and I dash out.
You roll again?
Well, I did because he said to wait for my turn, so I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna jump out, grab the sword, and then dash out the door.
Just one of them.
Okay.
That's a beautiful roll
just
there,
one.
Grim. Its superfluity made it even more beautiful.
Okay. It's Rella's turn. Yeah, fuck it. She's gonna do this. So she can still see Grim Sam, and you dashed, right, John?
Yeah.
Okay, so she can still see Grim.
Can we
Sam.
say I grab both swords? Fuck it. Let's just say I grab both swords.
We'll say that. Let's say that.
All right.
You have him.
Grim,
You have him.
Grim Tim didn't pick up a sword.
He didn't pick up a sword.
No, he didn't. She moves on to she just bull rushes at Stormfeather.
Ooh.
And is yeah, I think she's gonna do this.
Hit me.
She's gonna just attack you with her short sword.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
So it
If it did, I was like, we're in some real trouble here.
yeah. And she is going to bonus action disengage and head to the stairs. So she ends up about 10 feet away from Grim Sam on the stairs. So she is between you. She's between Stormfeather and Grim Sam. So she's heading up, and the priest of Bahamut looks at you and says, "You are held," and she holds her hand out and she casts the hold person spell on you.
Beautiful. What do I need to do?
So you have a DC 11 saving throw.
Okay.
Wisdom.
Okay.
Um,
Not bad. Okay. Let's do it.
okay.
17.
Just fails. Okay. All right. So we are back at the top. Stormfeather.
All right. So I'm not held, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, and this person is what race exactly?
You have a half elf.
Half elf.
Female
Okay.
that's attacked you and now disengaged and is heading to the alley.
Okay.
And you have a human that just cast on you and is staying as close to that elf as possible.
Dang. I suppose. Real quick, what's the lighting situation like in here?
It's dim.
Dim. Okay, dim. Perfect.
Yeah.
So I suppose I will. Okay, so I know I used Dread Ambusher before, so that's basically gone, correct?
Is that something you can use more often? I thought you could use it.
So I give myself a bonus to initiative rolls at the start of my first turn of each combat.
Right, that's over.
Okay, because
That's over because you already had. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, perfect then. Then I suppose I will simply cast Hunter's Mark on the Priest of Bahamut,
Okay.
which shouldn't be anything other than if I hit, I just add a d6.
That's right.
And then I will just make one of my 3 attacks, I guess, because I could attack twice, and as a bonus. Oh no, I already do use my bonus action, so I can't do that. I can't do that. No,
Yep.
That's fine. Okay, so my first attack with the hand crossbow. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's.
I'm doing something. I'm doing a thing. You got a nat 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
beautiful.
So here is your.
If somebody casts Vicious Mockery right now, I'm gonna.
here's your natural 1 punishment while
Okay.
firing at the Priest of Bahamut with the elf right next to you.
Oh, is he gonna kill that poor elf?
A DC 10.
Okay.
It's just a straight 10 on a DC 20. I'm sorry, on a 20-sided die.
Mm-hmm.
Just roll it. If you get above a 10, you get to decide if you hit the elf. If you get below the 10, you hit the elf.
Okay. All right.
So you could have a 100% chance of hitting the elf.
I got a 2.
Okay. Okay, roll your damage.
Okay. All right.
Tom really wanted this elf to die
I guess
in the scuffle.
7.
The elf is dead.
Oh my gosh.
And the Priest of Bahamut says,
Oh.
"No! Jesus will return! No!"
Oh my god!
And you hear Rella from up top say, "They killed him? His clone is waiting! His clone is waiting!"
Oh,
Awesome.
no. God damn it.
Okay.
That's my first
You
attack.
have another attack.
Yeah. Beautiful.
You've changed our whole story, Austin.
You're welcome. Oh, no. Don't hate me. Because you ain't me, and I'm not going to be there for the main story.
Austin, I will just say I've never seen Tom look happier than he looks right
Oh,
now.
no. So I just killed Jesus in the Orc Wars.
Yes, you did.
You just freed Jesus of the Orc Wars. That's what you
He
did.
shall return, as they said.
yeah.
As they said. Okay. You don't see it through under the on the mask, but beneath, Argon is just like grimacing because I mean he knows who Jesus is. Like he knows what the hell he just did. But he's a professional. He's gonna try to keep it cool.
Keep it cool.
So I guess I'm just gonna make one more attack on the Priest of Bahamut. 22 to hit this time.
That's a hit.
Okay. And I cast Hunter's Mark, so
You get a D6.
D6. Also, I have Favorite Enemy, which gives me a +4 if they're humanoids. Just any type
It's
of
a
humanoids.
humanoid.
Okay, so
You got it.
He's a hunter of men.
12 for that,
Yes.
and let me roll the D6. 3, so that's 15 total.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
my turn. I guess.
You can still move. You
Yeah.
can move.
So these people are just right in front of me. If I move, would it incur attack of opportunity or anything?
You have 30 feet of movement. You can go up. You could pass Rella.
Okay.
she would get an attack.
She would get an attack of opportunity
If
for
he
you,
left
yeah.
her range, not if he
If- yeah.
approached.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So if I go towards Rella, it would not incur attack of opportunity. Who is left in the cell of Grim Portnoy's?
Nobody.
No one. Okay.
We all went up the stairs.
Perfect. Okay, then I will make my way past or up to Rella And is it enough movement to where I can go like in front of her?
You could you could pass her.
Pass
you could
her,
go another
okay.
15 feet. She's about 15 feet ahead of you.
Okay. I just want to pass her just far enough to where
Okay.
I won't. Well, if I can go past her, I will. I suppose. Okay. I'll do that.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you're gonna leave. So you will get an attack of opportunity.
That's cool.
Is that
That's
okay
cool.
with you?
That's
All
okay
right.
with me.
All right.
Do it
All
to
right.
it.
All right. All right. 14. Is that hit?
Miss, baby.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
All right. All right. So it is Grim Portnoy Tim. Because you're outside, unless you want to go back into this fracas, I'm going to wait until everyone's out in the alley. Is that okay?
Well, so I think knowing that he had not seen where he was for a while, there's going to be that moment of like you come out the door and you can't see anything. And so I think it's like you get to the door and you step outside and then you just kind of stop.
Yeah.
Because you need a second to adjust. So he might like try to look back down in the door to see what's going on inside and see the other two Grims coming.
Yep.
And then probably just ready an attack in case any of the guards come after. But I don't think I'm going anywhere until everybody's together.
So, okay. Any guard,
Any guard or anybody that's not Grim or our presumed rescuer.
okay. All right. And Sam, you have now the owl man Stormfeather has run right past you and has taken a swipe from Rella, and so Rella is about 10 feet ahead of you.
So, she's 10 feet.
No,
ahead of
sorry.
me.
No, sorry. She's about 10 feet behind you, and then
Okay.
Stormfeather is right next to you. Then
Okay, so then I've got good guys next to me and towards the door, and only Rella and this priest behind me.
that's right.
Okay. I am going to cast Entangle
Awesome.
and essentially use it to fill. I don't know. The priest is sort of way back down the hall and down the stairs, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a giant dungeon, so it probably won't be in the cell, depending on where you get it. It's a 20-foot
it's a
radius,
20-foot
right?
square. 20
Oh,
foot
square. Okay, yeah, it won't be in there. Okay.
So Rella has to succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained
right.
until the spell ends.
Okay. Does she need to do it now or on her
Yeah.
turn? Okay.
And now. And then a creature restrained by the planes can use its action to make a strength check to free itself.
Okay. All right.
Shit.
I got a 13.
It was a DC 12.
All right. All right. Rella gets a 13. She's where was that when you were in the cell?
Not much coal for it, Rella. And then I run out the door.
All right. Grim John.
So I dashed out the door. I should be right beside. My speed's to 35, so
Yep.
I should be right beside Grim Tim.
You're out. So you guys, this has been super fast. So you're now all outside of this prison except for Argon. Other than the day you were brought here from the Adaran correctional facility that you were brought in from, this is the first time you've been out and about in Lakeshire. You see that the building across the way is on fire, and you see that there are halflings running from the lakeside, so from the west, and no one's in this alley with you right now, but it looks like a sort of chaotic scene out on the street, and
Neighborhood's really going to shit since we went down there, boys.
yeah.
Will help us get out of here, Grim.
This used to be a nice place.
I hope the children are okay.
Oh no.
and Rella, is going to give up pursuit. She hears the screams from her priest down below, and says, "Well, do what you can. Cast spells, heal. Maybe it's not too late." And she goes back and descends the stairs. And assuming you want to leave the stairs, Austin, then you guys can all be out in the alley together.
Yeah. Before I do, how wide are the stairs?
It's about 10 feet wide.
10 feet wide.
They're, yeah.
Okay. Are we still in combat turn order, or?
We can be if you want to do something combat oriented.
Well, I guess I need to ask if this is. So I have some caltrops that I want to spread on the stairs in order
Drop
to,
them.
like, behind me. So if they try to come up that way, it would potentially slow them down.
Drop them. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can use that as your action. You can make your way up.
Okay. Yeah, I did that then.
Okay.
I want to
True
really quick.
professional there, fellas.
I want to quickly make just a perception check around to see if there's anyone watching or anything like that, if you'll let me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That is 13.
Yeah, so and you have a 15 passive.
Yeah.
So you basically see what these guys saw in the matter of like 15 seconds or 16 seconds since you've ducked in, or maybe it was going on a little bit before then while you were changing clothes. Like this fracas has reached your area now.
Okay.
And it's clear that this is the distraction that Disa was like telling you was going to happen.
Right.
But there are fires now you can see like happening in several parts of the city.
I hope that doesn't reach the orphanage. And I kind of like glance up at what the orphanage area, and it's like, I look to the Grims and I say, come, I have 2 horses waiting over in a secluded area. I did not expect for this many Grims, but I guess we'll have to do. And I go on.
Hold on a second there, fella. Where exactly we headed?
We are to go to the Owlwood, and
The Owlwood Grim. Did you hear that?
Oh, Grim like owls. Lots of owls in Owlwood.
All right. But do you have a good plan on getting out of here? It looks like there's a lot of problems, friend.
yes, there's a. If you can hear that, there's a commotion going on, and it is our cue to make haste, as it were. So
this is all you.
We're just in rags. Maybe you point arrows at us, so we walk as if we prisoners.
I do have hidden out somewhere is a set of leather armor that I was preparing for one Grim that I would have available. And I'm like, whoever this would fit. And basically hold it out to one of them.
Wait, before you get there,
Yeah.
so you will have to get out in the chaos,
Right?
To get
Yeah.
to your,
Yeah.
To that stash.
Are we? I figured that we were kind of like walking and talking a little bit, but if not, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can
you are.
walk and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're taking the overland route. Wouldn't it be easier to get a boat, take it through the canal up Green River to the Owlwood? That's the way I'd go.
Right. So the horses are to expedite our way over to the docks and to take a little dinghy out so we can make our way to the forest.
No. What are you talking about? We've got to go through the sewer system and then out the underside of the city.
I like horses. I ride a horse the whole way. It's fine.
Should we take a sword
Well,
vote, or should we wait and talk about it some more?
Grim, if you want to do that, we could take the overland route to Breentown, take the bridge there, cut up the road that way, but I think we'd be a lot more visible there. Boat gives us a little more cover. I think that's clearly the best way to go.
Owlman, is trouble just in Lakeshire, or is trouble also in Lake and Hearth? If we go round that side.
Do I know that, Tom? Do I know if there's danger around there?
You did not know what the distraction was going to be.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that this is much larger than any like halfling employer that would ever hire you would ever create on his own.
Gotcha.
Like this is not something you don't think this is something that your halfling employer has control of.
Oh, okay. So I would then turn to the Grims and say, I was not made aware exactly what this distraction would be, and it looks like it has gone bit tits up, as they might say.
So quoth the queen.
So quoth the queen, yes.
And she did decree.
And she
did
did.
decree.
She did. All I know is that I am to get Grim Portnoy to the Owlwood, to where there is safety and seclusion.
Well, I'd like to take another couple hours to discuss our route, if you don't mind.
Absolutely not.
I'm just kidding. I think this big fella can get on the horse, and I'm just a little fella, so I can ride with him. And that medium fella, medium Grim here, he can wear that armor, and he can ride with you.
Sounds good to me.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah. Tom, would we be around the area of the horses? Like they wouldn't have been secluded too far away, probably.
No, so that's not going to be too far away. So what you're seeing now,
And then, as the queen says, "Show me your dinghy."
Zingo.
I'm sure she says that often.
So the scene as you make your way toward the horses, which is toward the lake, away from the consulates and all of that, you see that the fires seem to be very concentrated in what you would know, Argon, as Ladybone warehouses.
Okay.
But they're not all the Ladybone warehouses. Okay. So you knew that the Ladybone shipments had like dried up, and there's been a lot of merchants who were in Lakeshire because they were trying to get the Ladybone they'd already paid for, right? So the shipments had stopped, and so you see that like a lot of these warehouses that, as far as you knew, were full, are now on fire.
Okay, got you.
And you now see who has the highest passive wisdom here.
I'm pretty sure I do. 16.
Okay, yeah,
16?
that beats my 15.
It ain't me.
Definitely
Okay.
Sam.
So
I
Grim
am observant.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, you are also
Nice.
observant?
Yes.
You have the observant feat? Okay. So you are seeing that in the midst of this chaos are Durgers,
Ooh.
there are Drow in war paint, and you even see a few Gith warriors.
Oh no!
Whoa.
And
Good God.
Whoa.
and when you are like sort of making your way, I'm assuming you guys are trying to stealth your way around toward the horses.
Yeah.
You come across a halfling standing in the doorway to a one of these warehouses that's on fire. Stone, complete stone,
Hmm.
and you are moving toward where they're running away from the rest of the crowd to get your horse.
How badly do we need these horses, fellas? That dinghy can't be that far away, can it?
How far away is the dinghy from here?
Like you left your boat at the dock that Disa Flatfoot had told you to leave it at.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a 15-minute walk.
Okay.
5 minutes
How
on
fast
horseback.
is it as a sprint?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could. I mean, if you sprinted, you could probably get there in like 7 minutes, 8 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we'd look at a place running.
Yeah.
No,
True.
you would not.
Seems to sort of be the thing to do at this moment.
Yeah.
Did these horses have sentimental value to you?
Not at all.
Horses don't fit on dinghies either.
No.
It depends on the size of your dinghy. Am I right, Grim?
Grim's right. Grim's right.
Good one, Grim. Good one, Grim. But look, we're talking about dinghies. We could always just stay in the woods. Just stick to the woods. Under cover of forest.
I guess it. Dang. Okay, so basically we have to take this dinghy though in order to get into to cross to the forest,
No,
or we can just go from the city to.
I
the
mean,
forest?
you could go find a different exit of the city.
Okay.
The lake. There's also multiple docks. Like you could just go to the closest place where there are boats.
It's Dungeons and
see if you
Dragons,
can-
man. You can do whatever
Oh,
you
well,
want.
yeah, whatever
obviously,
you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, because obviously I think it would be faster with the horses, but if they are in basically, behind enemy lines, probably would not be
Phil?
the smartest.
Fellas, I think boats are up for grabs in this city right now.
Sounds good to me. And I suppose if I know where the closest dock is, I suppose I will start to lead them that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to know a fellow lived over here. His name was Blake.
That's true. That's true. Blake used to
He
live right
lived
over
there,
here.
was born there.
So yeah, I suppose we're going towards the docks. What's going on
Oh,
around
I knew a
us in this
dock
area?
once.
So you are heading right toward. So you've been walking through the warehouse area, the place where the ladybone is kept.
Yeah.
You're heading right toward the one of the larger halfling families' harvesting towers.
Okay.
So there's no entrance at all on the street to any of these buildings.
Gotcha.
It's one of the weird things of the way that ladybone is harvested from inside the lake. That's actually harvested from down underneath, and they bring it up on the inside of these things. So they are actually built a little bit over the lake. So really, from now until maybe 5 or 6 more rounds, you could be looking for boats
Right.
that are there because you can see the lake now from where you are.
Okay. I want to do something here real quick.
Do it.
I have my amulet, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Now, if I use this, would this be kind of like I would lose my senses and go into that, or could I use it to kind of survey as a lookout?
So when you call on it, you put it out there, and it's just like it's a familiar of yours.
Okay.
And it will stay out and about for an hour.
Right. I guess my main question of that is, could it alert me if there's
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Just like a familiar. Yep.
Okay.
You could see out of its eyes if you want to, or it can talk to you.
Okay.
It just has to stay within 100 feet of you to be able to talk.
Okay. Then while we are kind of going, I pull out this, from underneath this cloak around my neck, I pulled out this amulet with a skull of sort of a smallish bird, like a small bird skull. And you see, I kind of lift the mask and I put my lips on the beak and I blow into it like a whistle. And it kind of has a kind of sound to it. And
That's production value.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
And from this skull, you see this spiritual form start to take shape around the skull, and eventually creates this spectral bird. It's a Kia bird, and it's a spectral Kia bird, and it basically like Tom had discussed, acts as a familiar to me. And I say, Renalia, do take a look up in the sky for me, would you? And I send it up into the sky, 100 feet up above, kind of observing, trying to see if we're being followed, or see if there's any dangers around us and stuff like that. And I suppose if it can communicate to me, as you're saying, or will I have to? Okay.
You can, as long as it's within 100 feet of you, it can communicate with you and you communicate with it.
Okay. Then I'll just say do tell me, darling, if there is any danger about us. and then I continue to make my way
Okay.
to the docks.
So I have a history as a boatman.
Yes.
Oh, boatman.
I'm a purveyor of fine ships and connoisseur of excellent trading vessels. Can I scan the docks for the boat that would seem most to suit our purposes?
Yes. So, give me a. You're gonna give me one more perception. You got the observant feat. There's not even any reason for me to have you roll anything for this. So between
That's what investigation is for, Tom.
that's right. Well, no, but this is actually a perception issue here, and he has also an investigation, passive investigation of +5 as well.
Oh yeah, okay.
With observant.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
so yeah, it's crazy.
And I would assume with my background, I might like get advantage on the roll or something.
You
like
would.
that.
So let's just like say you see the things that you're looking for, but
I
between
love it.
between between this warehouse and between the Ladybone factory, it's not like a normal dock that's for just regular people. So this is definitely for this company that this,
I was gonna say it's a giant dock for giant people.
no, it's more like commercial vehicles, commercial boats that are for this Ladybone factory for cleaning it. So they're not like a normal barge or canoe or anything like that.
Does it look like there's a lot of activity on the dock?
There looks like, it's weird. What you do see the shapes of people, but they are not moving.
Are they upright?
They are upright. Yes.
Ooh, they might be stone. Hey, Grim, you see that pretty lady over there?
Grim sees.
That's our ticket out of here, fellas. Let's go.
All
How
right.
does Lady get us across the lake?
Ships of ladies, Grim, didn't you know?
Oh. Right. I knew.
Ships of ladies, dinghies of boys.
Tell me the order that you're walking in as you go down this dock.
I think I would probably be in front.
Okay.
I'll be behind Austin
Okay.
since
So
I've got the armor and the swords.
Yeah, I can take up the rear since I'm the biggest.
awesome.
All right.
There
So quoth the queen.
is. So quoth the queen. So you do in fact see several. It's maybe 20 workers that have been turned to stone here, and you see up kind of close to the boat. You see a bluish animal with 8 legs chewing on one of these stoned people who have been turned to stone, eating a body part.
Gotcha.
See the woods. The woods. Why are we here? And I hand a sword to Grim Sam.
Yeah.
Would I?
And then I hand it back to Grim Tim. not for me, sir.
Would I be able to tell what this is, or could I roll to see if I might recognize what this is or know anything about this?
Would it be a nature check
Yeah.
or an arcana
That's what I'm
check?
thinking.
I'll give you you can.
I've been around
you
Force,
can,
and I've had some brief experience
Oh,
in
wait.
the Underdark a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you know right what this is. That's right. You're an Underdark person.
Yeah.
This is a basilisk,
Ooh, okay, yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
and you also know that because this thing is collared, this is a basilisk that has been trained by someone or something.
Gotcha.
And you know that someone or something is never very far away from their pet basilisk.
Every time you say it like that, Tom, I can't help thinking of a plant of basil.
It's just a.
Just imagine it's like leafy green with delicious leaves.
It smells really good.
Just like pick one just so your fingers smell
Ooh, yeah.
A
nice.
little basilish.
I do that in real life. I got some in my garden. I'm just like, oh, it smells so good.
What's your spirit Kia's name?
Renalia.
Renalia calls out to you in your mind and says, "Danger behind."
I quickly look behind us, like through past the line of Grims, the conga line of Grims. What do I see?
Well, and then as soon as we see him turn around, we all turn around too.
course.
Like dominoes falling.
Yeah.
You see a yellowish-looking elf person.
Okay.
Who has stepped onto the docks, not wearing any armor, not holding any weapons, and he kind of croaks at you. Anyone speak? I mean, I know several of you speak Undercommon, yeah.
Yes.
I speak Undercommon
do.
as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Just me.
We all-
I guess I'm the
a
only
lot
one
of
that
us
doesn't
had it.
understand.
Had that loaded up.
yeah. So he looks and he says, "You do not want to go that way. You should go through me back into the town where we will have a barbecue."
Oh, friend, that doesn't sound like any kind of barbecue I'd like to attend.
I'm not a big fan of barbecues myself either. How far away is this person?
Do we have to roll on our language proficiency to see if we understand the metaphor, like the hidden
It's not coming through quite
implication?
as much as you think it is.
Yeah,
He's
actually,
inviting us. I think he said to dinner,
yeah.
but it's unclear. He sounds
I think
kind
he's
of
asking us
threatening.
out.
I'm
No,
trying
I mean,
to.
the direct. I actually did translate it for you, but if I just would have done word for word, he actually would have said, "There's a dog on the door, and the fire is warm." But you understand what it
Totally
means,
understood,
you know. So
Yeah.
So I want to ask real quick, as an elf, would I recognize what this being was?
yes, it's a gift.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around, sort of dumbfounded, all of them, like, help or hurt?
I quickly say, it depends. How far away is this person, and what do they look threatening in any way?
Oh yeah, this dude is scary looking.
Okay.
And he says, lava, come, more food for you." And we're in initiative, guys.
Hurt,
Okay.
definitely hurt.
Nice.
I got a 20.
Got an 18.
17.
Oh goodness.
Grim John has a 5. That was a natural 1.
Oh man, how did that happen?
I don't know how that happened. That is just shocking. My dex is way up there, just rolling terribly as I do.
All right, so you're on a dock. The dock is about 30 feet wide. This elven creature is standing on one side of you, and he is about 45 feet away. And the basilisk is about 70 feet away at the other end of the dock.
And there are boats between, or we have to get...
There are the boat that Grim Sam pointed at is over by the basilisk. Now there are other
Well,
boats.
now if there are other boats that'll be just about as good that aren't through
There are-
a basilisk,
yeah, there are. So
I'm not gonna be picky at this point.
about 30 feet up toward the basilisk from where you are, you could get to a boat. So you'd have to go toward the basilisk about 30 feet to get to that boat.
Hey, Grim, I thought that boat was Our Lady, but this lady, I thought she was the one, but this one here, this is another one.
You sound like Helter.
All right.
Wait, what was his name? Helker? Helter?
Helton.
Helton.
You sound like
Helter
Helton.
That's what I
Skelter.
was thinking.
Yeah.
Helton
All right.
Skelton.
So does anyone, does everyone know that like the basilisk, if you make eye contact with it?
Yeah.
Oh, we've seen Harry Potter.
Okay.
Well, we
We're a
know.
bunch of
Do our
nerds.
characters know?
I just finished
Yeah,
reading the
correct.
second
I
book
mean-
to my 7-year-old. It was
Oh,
I
nice.
mean,
fun. Except for
Grim
some
is
reason, it's
a-
a snake in the book.
is a well-traveled man. Would I need to roll some kind of check to know that? or would it
You
be
would know
common?
this. You would know this. If you speak Undercommon, you're going to know about the basilisk.
Yeah. Don't look at it, fellas. It's how all these fellas end up as stone fellas.
Okay.
Understood.
Do you hear that, Grim?
Heard it. Right.
How
okay.
large would you say the basilisk is?
It's big.
Like large or medium or?
It's a medium. Oh, sorry. It's a medium. It's a medium. It's a medium.
Okay.
I really don't want to go first, but I guess I'll head toward that other boat. What kind of boat is it? Is it a dinghy or rowboat, or is it like
It's got a single sail on it. It's got oars. It's got oars enough for 6 people to row. Actually,
Okay.
it's got 3 on each side.
okay?
It's a bit like a very small Viking ship.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I mean, my instinct is to cue off of everybody else in this case because I'm not really sure exactly what these threats are, and I don't understand. 'Cause I don't speak Undercommon, so. But since
Grim, that one.
Grim just pointed me to the boat, I'll take the cue and run to the boat and look at the ropes and see if I can't start untying.
All right, they're tied up.
Or just,
give me
just slash at it.
Okay.
If it's too complicated, if it's not complicated, I'll just I'll unwrap it. But if it's complicated, I'll just hack at it.
yeah. It looks like it's maybe like you'd have to roll a sleight of hand check to unwrap it.
Well, let's try it.
Okay. All right.
They all have to get here anyway, so we got time.
Yeah.
All right. Sleight of hand. 6.
So
Grim like Alexander the Great. Grim chop not.
Despite my +4.
so you are start to unwrap it. At this pace, it will take you probably like another 20 or 30 seconds to unwrap it all the way.
Okay, so would that be an action or a bonus action to try to sleight of hand it, or
That was an action. Yeah.
that was an action? Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, and I guess that's my turn.
Yeah. All right. This creature, this blue, crazy creature with 8 legs named Lava, turns and walks toward, or moves as fast as it can toward Grim Tim, and
I don't lava this, fellas.
and so he ends up about 25 feet away from you, and his eyes are trained on you. So if you look at him, which I know you're not.
I'm looking at the rope, trying to figure it out.
Okay. All right. Stormfeather.
Okay. Remind me again how far away this Gith is.
The Gith is it's about 40 feet from you.
40 feet from me. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to kind of shout out and reaffirm, like, if you look at it, it will turn you to stone. And I will, I have something I might want to do. It was speaking Undercommon to this basilisk, right?
It was, yes.
It was. My idea, and I kind of want to gauge everyone else's. I could try to speak to it, the basilisk, in Undercommon, and tell it to not attack. Try to persuade it not to attack.
If you're going to be running for the boat, I think it's a solid strategy. You could yell while you're running, but if you're going to try to confront the Gith, then it seems like a waste of.
Was the Gith? Yeah. Was the Gith holding any weapons at the ready or anything?
Oh no, Gith doesn't even have a weapon.
Oh. Okay.
Says a beast.
Yeah. Then in that case, yeah, I will do what Tim said. I think I would be running towards the boat. I know it would probably be imperative to just kind of try to take off on this boat a little bit more than just waste time fighting. So I would run towards the boat without looking at the basilisk and shout in Undercommon, "Do not attack them, the humans." And the dark cloaked one. And I would say that in Undercommon and try to do that.
Okay. All right.
What would I roll?
You're not going to roll anything yet.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Grim? Elves are still fair game.
Yeah.
I will ask. Use.
Damn
would
you!
I be close
Damn
enough?
you!
would I be close enough to try my hand at untying these ropes with a sleight of hand?
So if you dash, you can get to the boat.
Okay. If I
He was closer than I was, though.
Oh, I thought he moved back.
Yeah.
Yes, you could. You could.
Okay, so I want to try to do that. Try to use sleight of hand to undo the ropes faster than Grim Tim could. Okay. 17 total.
Great. So we have probably one more turn at this rate of you guys unwrapping these ropes.
And I would probably just, as my last thing I want to do, is just shout out like, "Untie the boat! Damn it! It's imperative that we get this on the water."
All right.
Grim's working as hard as Grim can work.
Work faster, Grim.
Grim Portnoy Sam.
I look that Gith dead in the eye, straight in his ocular nerve, and I cast Mage Armor.
Yeah.
And then I turn and run for the boat.
Okay. And you get to the rope there.
Yeah, except can I just jump into the boat?
Yeah, you can jump in the boat. Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
They seem to have enough hands on it.
They sure do. All right. Grim John, you are standing on the dock. All of your companions have run to the boat, and the Gith warrior runs to you.
To me.
And he holds his hands like this, and he says, Cobra Kai never die.
Oh my god.
And he swings at you.
All right.
12. Does that hit?
That misses.
All right. And he swings again. I got a 20, baby. Oh, it's gonna be a crit.
Oh no.
Son of a bitch. All
Are
right.
you ready for my crit, Grim?
Yeah, all right.
All right, let me get my
Grim.
extra. let me
Let's
get my
have it.
That
dice.
leather armor didn't help.
That
God.
leather armor did not help against that.
All right.
Holy.
You are gonna take. Wait, I gotta roll my extra psychic damage here. Okay.
That was just, oh man. That
Okay.
was just the damage from the hit.
You are gonna take. Let's see. I'm not. I'm not gonna do the. I shouldn't double the psychic damage
You
on this
double
one.
all the damage, just like on a smite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just double it, baby.
16 plus 15 plus. Let me roll this
Plus?
baby one more time. 9 psychic damage. So it's a
16.
total of
31.
30,
40?
40 damage.
I am dead.
You're dead.
I am dead. He blows right through my head and I fall dead.
Grim, no!
Grim.
Oh no.
Grim is dead. Grim
Like,
John
oh,
is
no.
dead. Okay.
I had contingencies in order for like an unconsciousness, but not a blown off head.
I
don't
I mean,
think
it's
could
not
do
double your
anything with that.
HP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
it
it
is.
double your max? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah,
All right.
I died.
outright dead.
Outright
Outright
dead.
dead.
I
John,
didn't get a
I'm
chance
so
to do
sorry, but
a
you're
damn
dead.
thing. I have
John, you're
died.
dead. You have died.
Tom's
You're-
TPK fantasy is finally
You're,
going to happen.
you're with me, John. You're with me now.
I shout out, Grim!
Oh no, Grim.
What?
All right, Grim Tim. You still have to get this rope off.
No.
Does the rope look thick like it would take a few hacks, or would it look like one swing would knock it? Would not
At this
work it
point, doing another sleight of hand and,
Yeah.
and unwrapping it is better.
out? All right, I'll do a sleight of hand and 23, much
And,
better.
and you get it off.
Nice.
You get it off.
Very
I
nice.
jump in the boat. Is everybody else in the boat? Or
Not our
Argon is
professional.
not.
okay,
Yeah, I guess I was just outside of it.
yeah, you're with me
to
pulling the
untie
rope.
it,
So
though.
I think I just kind of grab Argon's hand and then kind of shove the boat off with one foot,
Yeah.
and then try to like yank him into the boat.
Just gonna leave your compatriot there, right? You're just gonna.
I mean, his head is gone.
Yeah, his head is gone. You blow it. Yeah,
Leave him.
go
He
ahead.
has no head. He's worthless now.
That's
Grim
psychic
John.
damage.
I mean, and then
killed me.
we saw what that thing just did. What is running back going to do? Get my head blown off, right? I mean,
that's right.
between that
That's
and,
right.
and the basilisk.
I like to think I like to think that psychic damage literally did do like what they see in the movie, just like
Little scanners, kinda, yeah.
It's just straight out of the boys.
Too much.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
All right.
That's
All right.
bad.
So you're gonna start
Just
paddling
gonna push
this boat?
off, and then if I have enough action economy to start rowing, I will start rowing with my 20
Okay.
strength.
Okay.
Just turn it into a motorboat.
Hands.
Let's go.
His hands in the water.
Okay.
No, there's oars. There's oars.
Oh, okay.
There's oars. Yeah.
yeah.
And the basilisk is moving toward you all, and it gets to the edge of the dock. But it's if you're not looking at it, you're not seeing it. Stormfeather.
Stormfeather. So how far? I just want to ask, how far away did it look that the Gith cast the spell on Grim Tim? Like, how far away were the two of them? Like a long distance, or
We were 30. The boat was 30 feet down, right? So
30
we were 30 feet from John's Grim.
Yeah.
John's Grim?
And he
Okay.
ran up and punched him. So he's
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
30 feet away from us right now.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, he's 30 feet away from the
edge of the
dock, and I'll give you 10 feet from your push.
10 feet of push, and
Okay.
then do
So
I have any
40.
movement for oaring, for paddling?
Yeah, maybe I'll give you another 5 feet or 2 or 3 feet for that, but then it'll get more each turn
right. Okay.
that you
Gotcha.
row.
And so, quick question about the orientation of this map, I guess. So, they're standing on a dock, like they're out, like a dock in the water, sort of.
So it's out in the water. I'm assuming you're going to be rowing away from the dock and not up
Right.
along the dock toward the lake. So you'd have to So let's say the dock is north south. You're
Right.
probably going to need to go east a little ways
Mhm.
and then go north.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this orientation, that's not the correct directions for the lake, but
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
So we may continue to be within range of these guys for a while.
you may.
Well-
yes.
Here's my next question. It seemed like he was casting that with verbal components, correct?
He didn't cast anything. He
didn't.
He
just punched him.
He punched him.
Oh, he just punched him. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The Cobra Kai never die was only
that was like the words
it
of
was
the
only
spell.
it was only a battle call.
He was
just a
just
taunt.
he was
Oh,
just
God.
psyching
Beautiful.
himself up for an amazing
Yeah.
punch, and he
Yep.
Gotcha.
literally knocked my block off.
John, I'm so sorry.
Hey man,
Dang.
that's what happens.
Wow.
That's what happens, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, better
Stormfeather.
better Grim than Jonas.
Better
right?
this day exactly. That's why
Yeah.
I'm like Jonas is still
Yeah.
alive, Milo's still alive. I'm okay.
Yep. I think Stormfeather / Argon would sort of be like stunned for a split second, just witnessing someone punch a man's head clean off.
Yeah.
And I think I would. Dang. I'm going to look at my equipment here to see if I have maybe anything worthwhile.
I mean, you could shoot this guy.
I could.
I
I definitely have the range.
I'll tell you, like if you're gonna look back to aim,
Yeah.
and this is gonna be true for anybody looking back at the dock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have you roll a d20, and if you roll a 1, you're gonna catch the eye of the basilisk.
Okay. Like they're close enough to where I couldn't with my ocular
No.
things. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
was
mean,
wondering
if
about
you
that.
accidentally catch the eye of this thing,
Okay.
for a bit more, like you need to get further away from it if you're gonna sort of feel safe looking at it,
Right. Okay.
because it's within 12 feet of you right now.
Oh dang.
It's on the dock.
Grim could use help paddling. Grim, can you paddle? Birdman thing, paddle.
I think then I would just. Here's what I'm thinking. If that Gith has like a sick long jump, he could jump maybe onto the boat, but I don't really see that happening. I think I would probably just hunker down, keep my eye away from the basilisk, and try to. I will first say I'm not the strongest man, and statistically, I have a -2 to my strength. So
I know how that feels.
yeah. That was what popped in my head during character creation. So this is really hard for me to do. I want to hold my turn. Is what I'll do. I will hold my turn. Allow
So
Grim Sam, I think, is next.
So here's the way this is gonna work. You either act, attack, or you ready something. So
Okay,
you can't like move down in the order unless you want to just
Right.
give up your turn this round.
But you
Okay.
can ready an action. Based
You could
on
ready an
a
action.
trigger
You could
or
ready
something
to attack
else.
the guy if he jumps in the boat.
Okay, yeah, I think I would do that then.
Okay.
It was what's going through my mind. Just ready my crossbows, like at the place where I think he would most likely jump.
Okay.
Both of them just trained in that area. Keeping my eyes away from the basilisk and his gaze.
All right, we got it. All right, Grim, Sam.
If I wanted to turn and close my eyes and
Yeah.
extend my other senses to make an attack on the Gith, could I do that with disadvantage?
Yeah, I mean, also you could just roll a 20-sided die, and if you get a 1,
I don't want to do that.
okay,
That
yeah,
is
you can close your eyes.
That is specifically what I'm trying to avoid.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
Nice.
Oh, that's smart.
And does a 6 hit?
It does not. Wait,
Oh, no.
yeah. Did you roll twice for a disadvantage? But it doesn't matter. 6 is not going to hit. Anyway.
I got an 8 and a 6,
Okay.
which
All
means
right.
I actually rolled a 4 and a 2.
Yeah. Okay. That sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. This guy. Oh, you see him holding what's left of Grim Portnoy's face.
Well, to be fair, we don't see shit because we're not looking.
Right.
Oh, right.
That's
Okay.
true. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
You
we
can-
hear.
But I mean, if you want to describe a real gross out
I mean,
moment for
yeah.
us,
We have an
It's
audience
fine.
listening.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that if you were looking at him, you would see him take Grim Portnoy's what he still holds in his hand of his face, like when he punched through and he sort of pulled his fist back, bits and pieces of viscera were left there, and he wipes it on his head
Ugh.
and says a little word and disappears. And you do hear footsteps on the dock. Grim
Big
John,
heavy
oh,
eight sets of footsteps on the docks.
No.
Okay.
Grim Tim.
I'm just gonna row as much as I can.
Grim, row like your life depended on it, mate.
away from the dock, like.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that somebody else is going to tell me, because I'm assuming you row this like you do a rowboat, where you're facing the opposite direction from where you're going.
You could, yeah. Or you could face either way. It's up to you. It's just this is a rudimentary boat, so it's
okay.
just
So
it's
then
just
I'll-
like 3 seats and or on each side of the seat.
Okay, so then I'll just face away, because it'll be safer for my eyes, and just row away from the dock as far as
Yeah.
I can, as fast as I can. Let me know if you need a roll or if it's just a dash or.
Yeah, give me a straight strength check, and whatever you get, divide it by 2, and that's how many feet you'll get on this row.
13.
So 7 plus the 2 from the last time, so you're up to 8 feet, or you're up to 9 feet per turn of just you rowing.
Okay. And I
So
get
you got
one
so you
row
got
per turn.
9. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, but you're going to add it on. It's cumulative.
It's cumulative. Yeah,
So it's 2 plus
'Cause
6.
you have
the
momentum.
Next time you'll roll again and
That's
add
right.
it on. That's cool.
that's
I
right.
like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. You hear footsteps on the dock again. Running out like north on the dock, trying to stay as close as possible to you, but you're getting a little bit further away now. You are what did I say? 2, 9. So you're now 11 feet away from the dock.
I thought we were 12 feet from.
12 feet. Sorry, 12, 16 feet. Sorry, 16 feet away from the dock. 18 feet. 18 feet away from the dock. I was
Tom's
doing the
really
math
good
wrong.
at math.
Give-
If y'all haven't figured this out by
18,
now.
18, you're 18 feet away from the dock now.
Okay. And we're moving basically as perpendicular as we can.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's next?
It
I never
is
thought my life would come down to how fast Grim can
Stormfeather.
row.
Grim, help row. Grim, help row.
I would probably shout, sorry, lads, I don't think I would be much help rowing. And I kind of like put up my arms, and you just see it's like the thinnest.
You're not Grim.
No,
Grim, this fella's got nothing but hollow bird bones.
What about you, Grim? You help row. We go faster.
Well, I've got a -1 to my strength, so
Let's all just watch Tim.
So you have no.
you're doing a good
You have
job.
negative muscles. Rowboat.
There's a void where muscles should be.
I love how -1, -2 becomes like I can't touch anything that requires me to have any muscles whatsoever.
If anything,
It just
if anything,
means
I think Grim Sam would be best.
Well, there's 3 sets.
there's 3 sets. Let's go.
yeah.
You hear a voice on
I
the
would
wind.
probably say-
Row, you fools!
I would probably be like, I'm probably at better use here guarding you boys, as I am the one with the weapons here. And what I would do, are we farther away now to where if I look back, would I have to roll for that basilisk? Are we?
I would check it.
Just look. Just look. That's how Tom wants you to check it.
Just check it.
What does Renalia see?
Renalia sees a basilisk on the dock.
Okay. I mean, she's probably up in the air and can see me and the basilisk.
Yeah. She does not see the Gith.
Okay. Could she tell me, like, in relation, like looking top down, basically, if I were to look in the direction that I heard the footsteps north, you said, would that fall within line of sight of the basilisk?
She doesn't know.
Doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
Okay.
Trigonometry is not her thing.
Yeah.
I mean, she is just a ghost bird. Dang. This is hard.
It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world.
No, it's not.
We've already lost one Grim, so sorry. I'm so sorry, John.
It's crazy. That
Cannot
nat
believe
20
you
was
crit on me
amazing.
like that. Jesus. Of the Orc Wars.
I killed Jesus of the Orc.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And that shall live in infamy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Oh boy. I'm just gonna try to. Could I, if I were to take a hold of one of the oars, what is that? Just a strength check?
Strength
you
check.
say?
Yeah, strength check.
I would have to holster my weapons. Yes.
Or you just put them down in the boat. I mean,
Okay. I mean, they would just be like at my feet, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try to roll this. It's just a check, not a save or nothing, right?
just a check.
Okay, here we go. 16 total.
Okay, so you're gonna add another
Wow.
8 feet to your guys' movement.
Okay.
So that's you're now up to 2, 6, 8, 16 feet per turn.
Okay.
Your max is going to be 30, and you will hit it this next turn if everybody rows.
Okay.
I mean, to be
guess
fair,
just-
we'll probably hit it next turn, even if everybody.
Even if everybody
Yeah,
doesn't row.
yeah.
Yeah. Even if only one person rows. Yeah.
Gotcha. Would it? I know you just said that we heard footsteps on the north. Would it be good to maybe? I kind of want to just do like a cursory perception check. I mean, again,
Yeah.
I have a 15 passive, but I'm just going to see if I can't hear anything else. Again, I'm not trying to look exactly in that direction.
So you're just trying to do a listen check.
I think that'd be what I'm going to do.
Okay. So you'll do this at disadvantage.
Okay. Lowest is 19.
Nice.
You hear the basilisk eating on a stone person, and you hear footsteps still from the non-basilisk person that
Okay.
you've been fighting.
And we are moving like away.
You're
from that
moving.
area.
You're
Oh,
moving away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That'll be my turn.
All right,
How
Sam.
far is he, Birdman?
Oh, about 20 feet, maybe more. It's hard to tell.
All right, can I turn and blind fire and entangle at the area of the dock where I
Smart.
observe
good.
him?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you inspiration on this one, man. That's nice. Because, well, I'll tell you what. Because in a second. Okay.
All right, that's my last level 1 spell slot, which means my last spell slot, period. So he has a DC 12. Assuming I get him in the area, the 20-foot square, he has to pass a DC 12 strength check or be entangled.
Okay. I'm going to do it here. So strength. That's a natural 20.
This gith is
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
This gith is with it.
Okay.
Curse you, entangling vines!
And
You can't hold shit!
and what you hear is a splash. And you see that like about 10 feet from the dock. Oh no, you didn't. No one's looking there. But you also hear
You could tell us.
swimming. You also hear swimming.
Was it a big splash or like a humanoid splash?
humanoid
like a-
splash for sure? Okay. We're back up to Grim Tim.
A row.
Okay.
Roll, baby, roll.
Strength. Here we go. I rolled a natural 1 to offset that
Okay.
natural 20 that you
3,
rolled. So that's
19.
6.
No.
That's okay. That's 3 plus you're up to 6. You're now up to 30. You're at the maximum movement speed that this boat can take you now at this point. So you will get at the completion of this turn, you will have gone the full 30. So you'll go say 10 for your turn and 15 for your turn and 15 for Austin's turn if he continues to row.
So we're basically going 30 per round.
30 per round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Can this boat take the dash action?
right.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. If you guys let's see. If you guys all row, here's what
Yeah.
I'll do for you. If you all row, I will let you roll a DC 5 wisdom coordination check or dexterity coordination check. So you will all roll a dexterity check, and if you all roll over a 5, then you can take the dash action and get 60 feet per turn.
Wonderful.
And I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it right now if that's your decision.
I mean, I don't have any other. The side effect of being a prisoner and coming out in rags is not having any inventory or tricks up my sleeve.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm all for that. So just dexterity check,
Yep.
Is that what we're all
not a
doing?
dex save, right?
Sam, are you good with this?
Yeah, I mean, my other consideration is that I also have shape water, where I could increase
make a
the
wave.
flow of the water under the boat.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Would that add more to our speed than me
Yeah.
pulling an oar?
Yes.
Okay.
So I would let you do the dash plus 5 feet. So I would let you get 65 feet if you're not pulling the oar and these two are pulling the oar and you're doing shape water.
All right, let's do it.
Let's
And
do
these
it.
guys do a
I got a 10.
great.
All right.
I got a 7.
Okay, great.
18.
Okay. All right, you're going to be out of initiative now. You guys have
All right.
beaten the Gith Yankee, and when I say beaten, I mean run away from.
Yeah. It's okay. It's still brave to run.
Yeah.
Oh, Grim.
Listen, he's got 2/3 of his Grim cargo.
Yeah. Well,
Grim cargo indeed.
Yes. I would turn to the two Grims and say, I would take off my mask and you would see this mutton-chopped, mustachioed gentleman with these hollow eyes, like these kind of darkish, circled hollow eyes, and say, would someone please explain to me what the hell is going on here?
Grim, I was hoping you could explain to us what's going on. We've been in a cell for, I could not tell you how long.
I look to the second Grim and say, have you anything to add to that?
Well, Grim, I think he's asking us how come there's so many Grims.
Oh,
Yes, I was told that there would be one Grim, not 3, now 2, as your
poor Grim.
compatriot Grim has no head.
Well, to tell you the truth, when we was transferred to the dungeon there, Grim, they actually didn't know which of us was Grim Portnoy, and they asked us, and we figured pretty quickly that if we all said we were Grim Portnoy, we could all get the excellent treatment of Grim Portnoy, and in return, Grim Portnoy would keep his mouth shut. And if anyone ever came to either kill or rescue Grim Portnoy, it might make that task a little harder for the assassins and maybe a little easier on us if we were escaping.
Seems
in
a
short,
good plan.
It was a plan for this contingency right here.
Yes.
Shame Grim didn't make it, but I'm glad you made it, Grim, and I'm certainly glad I made it.
Well, I would think it would make it a little bit easier for them now if they came looking for the real Grim Portnoy. Now they have a 50-50 shot at killing
Yes,
or
shall we call you
getting
Grim?
the right one.
Would you like to be Grim Portnoy?
He thinks about that for a minute. I do often take on names.
I'll just have
such as
to admit,
Stefan, but
to be fair, now that we are clear of the dungeon and hopefully clear of the city soon, the benefits of being Grim Portnoy are slowly dwindling, and the dangers of being Grim Portnoy are steadily increasing.
Maybe no
Yes.
more Grim Portnoy. Maybe
I would like to ask.
no one Grim Portnoy.
Yes, I would like that very much. Like to get to know who you are exactly. Could you tell me this?
Grim Portnoy.
Well, Grim, I think you'll agree, Grim, that we would like to make sure that all current Grims reach their destination.
Yes, we are Grim
Understood.
Portnoy. Until
Yes.
we know it is safe for Grim Portnoy.
I understand. Yes. Very good. That's a pretty brilliant move there. I have to commend you for that.
Grim, you hit something in the water with your oar, and you hit something else in the water with your oar.
Are we anywhere near the shore?
You're out on the lake.
Grim hasn't been looking where Grim is rowing.
No, I've been facing forward, so I didn't see anything.
That's right.
Yeah.
You are facing forward.
It's a suboptimal way to row, but when there's a basilisk in the other direction,
What can you do?
You see that
Makes
there are many unmoving shapes, and it's getting dark. It's very dark now, so it's hard to tell exactly what they are, but they are definitely bodies of a kind.
do they look like they're made of stone?
No,
Are
Are
and,
they
they're- and the oar
corpses?
hits it and it's hard, so it makes like it hit a rock almost,
not like a rock, like
like a log in the water.
like a
Like a sack?
like a cow that had been like drowned in the water.
Is my oar hitting the same kind of thing?
Yes,
Or
you're
just his?
all
Okay.
hitting it now. You're all hitting
I have
these
dark
things.
vision. Would I be able to peer over and look?
Yes.
What do I see?
Can
You
Grim make
see-
light?
You see a you can make light too?
No, I'm asking.
Oh.
I can't make light.
You see a probably 100
Basilisks, and then they turn you to stone.
giant octopi that are dead and
Tom did it.
and floating to the surface.
Oh no!
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, I know an acolyte who's going to be very upset.
I guess I would think. What is this? Where are these creatures here in the water? They're just. Are they dead?
Clunk, clunk, clunk with the oar. Seems to be dead.
The real Grim
Deductive reasoning there.
the real Grim would know that the Oh, wait. I don't know if the real Grim is still alive.
Yeah, sorry, you go ahead. Yeah, I don't know if we made this clear. Tom does not know who the real
I don't know who
Grim
the
is
real
either.
Grim is. Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
So the real Grim would know that these octopi protect Ladybone coral in the bottom of the lake, and maybe make it.
Right. I was actually about to say the same. Well, again, because mine has the merchant background and is familiar with the Ladybone trade.
Yes, sure. So if you're a
That-
merchant, you would know that like that's an important part of this lake.
The production and refining of Ladybone is a closely guarded secret, but these creatures here are certainly some part of it. It's unclear whether they're guardians of the Ladybone or whether they have something to do with how it's made, but either way, this looks bad for the Ladybone trade, which means it's bad for Lakeshire here, probably bad for this whole valley.
Kind of
Certainly
I've got my
bad for
mask.
these octopuses. Octopi?
I take my mask and I kind of look at it and I kind of like finger around the eyes,
The pie?
which the the eyes, which are in fact ladybone, made out of ladybone, and just like interesting. Why would someone go through all the trouble of killing? Countless of these creatures here. Who would gain from this?
Who's Ladyborn good for? Ladyborn good for surface.
True.
Maybe not so
Good
good.
question.
Maybe not so good for Gith Underdark. Maybe they don't like that we have Ladybone up top.
Could be. I guess just out of my own curiosity, would Argon have any other information since he's spent some time in the Underdark? Maybe have heard of any kind of situations that are like, related to this, or if there would be whispers of things like this.
In this region, what you know is that the creatures of the Underdark have big ambitions, and they have been known to make allies. They have been known to make allies of surface dwellers for their own purposes, and that might be at play here.
Gotcha.
And as you guys are looking over this lake and seeing this like field of dead octopi, you are approaching Oglethorpe Island, which is an island in the middle of this, not in the middle, but toward the western end of the lake. You see, just from nothing, a blue spire rise up of light, a spectral blue spire, and you see that the whole region is starting to be connected by these odd spectral blue spires. Oglethorpe Island, you see one coming from Lakeshire. You see one further on afield. You see one coming maybe from Breentown, where you're from, Argon. They seem to be connected with a light also. They're reaching to 300, 400 feet in the air, each one of them. And as you're seeing the reflection of the tower from Oglethorpe in the lake, you can see that under the lake there is a light that is shining up to the surface. It's blue, but you can see a pink hue to it as well. Mm-hmm. And it seems to be getting closer to you.
If this is a gender reveal party, I'm going to be super pissed.
We know how dangerous those are.
Oh my god.
That's better than what you said, John, about the Warcaster feat. Oh my god, it's so good, so good.
Oh my god.
The
So
lake.
we look down in the water. We see it coming toward us. Is it like in the shape of a creature, or is it just a?
It's like light is moving slowly up, like someone, like it almost like a giant flashlight that is getting closer to the surface, and as you continue to paddle, or not paddle, what is it called, row?
Yes, row.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. The whole lake begins to shine up to the sky in this. It's pink.
Just imagining the abyss here, Tom. I don't.
Yeah. And it's not far off. And the lake seems to be a source of this light. And sorry, go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Grim,
Yes, Grim.
I think it's probably time we leave this valley.
That sounds good, Grim.
Move on to greener pastures,
Yeah.
or bluer ones, as the case may be. Always opportunities in the frozen north. I hear Icewind Dale holds no memories.
Oh, sounds good. Should I turn the boat north?
Just row like a bastard, Grim.
We should get you to the Owlwood. I have my orders to take you to the keep there. Should we not go there, or?
Oh,
Yeah, we have goodbyes to make, Grim, and certainly don't want anyone following after us.
Yes, must cover our
see.
tracks.
Are you guys gonna kill Argon? Is that what's about to happen?
No, I don't think we could, honestly.
Hey guys, thank you for having me. It's been really, really great. Thank you for killing me. I've had a great time.
Well-
I'm a level 8 merchant
Yeah.
and a level 1 druid. Something tells me he's a little harder to kill than that.
Well, what I will
We must keep our appointed rounds.
what I will tell you is that from this vantage point, you can see the connected lights of the towers of blue, and you think that there might be one more because it reaches toward Hark. But from here, you see 7 of these blue towers.
Okay.
Oglethorpe, Lakeshire.
Not Lake and Hearth,
Not Lake and Hearth.
but the tower,
Lake Spire Pass,
Lake Spire Pass,
Said Breentown, right?
Greentown,
Greentown,
Greentown.
the Briar
lake-
Wall.
the lake
Yeah.
itself, the Briar Wall. That's 7, and then Hark would be presumably Fort Hapass,
or
or
the
The
tower
tower
that's
near.
there. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, right, the tower at the crossroads. Yeah.
Yeah. 8
What do we
blue
do, gentlemen?
towers
Row.
stretching out from the lake.
I continue to row.
Hey, Grim,
Yes, Grim.
let's go touch one. Just kidding. Keep rowing.
Birdman, do you have any ladybone?
And I look down at my mask and I kind of hold it up. And again, it kind of like, you can see it reflecting what light there might be from the moon, you know, and stuff like that. But I'm like, the ocular holes here are made of ladybone.
What do the towers look different in the ladybone?
I put on the mask kind of slowly and I look at them.
Quite astute there, Grim.
That was very astute there, 7. Yes. These do not look like towers anymore. They look like long tentacles. And
I quickly like take it off. I'm freaked out.
and that thus ends Meanwhile in Lakeshire.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Austin, for joining us today.
Thank
Austin, that
you.
was great, man.
Oh man,
Glad you didn't kill me at the end there. So.
I thought that's what you were gonna do. Hey, you know what? Tell me, who was the real Grim?
Well, wait a second now. There may be a Meanwhile in Lakeshire 2, right?
Oh, I guess there could be.
Follow-up episode?
I guess there could be a Meanwhile in Lakeshire too.
Let's keep it a mystery. Let's leave it to the fans. Who did they think the real name was?
I think it was John. I think it was John, but I don't know.
Poetic.
Right.
Well, and we didn't get some of the backstory of Lady Goliath out today. I do want to tell people Lady Goliath is the first cousin of Jonas Silverwind.
So awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
and is the daughter of Zinbar, who is owned the
store.
shop.
Yeah.
In Hark City.
I just want you to know, Grim, that when I tell the story of that Grim, it's that he stayed behind on that dock and made a valiant defense to protect our escape.
I appreciate that.
God, I'm so sorry you didn't get to even roll an attack, man.
I was gonna have a comeback about Miyagi Do. And the minute I opened my mouth, he put his fist in it.
Dude, he struck first. He
healing
struck
word.
hard. He didn't give you any mercy.
He didn't give me any mercy. That's it. That was it.
True. That's very true.
I wish you would have been able to say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be
I
amazing.
really wanted to say it. I should have at least looked at him and been like, I'm not going to attack first.
You know,
Oh my God.
now everyone who's listening to this knows the exact week we recorded this because it's like the week Cobra Kai hit Netflix.
That's right. That's right.
You could put the line to that or the gender reveal. If people are
Yeah.
aware, they're like, okay, we know what's going
We
on.
know
now.
exactly when they're recording this.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wait, was there a famous gender reveal that happened recently?
Did you not? No, but did you not see?
Don't let him do this to you.
Oh. Okay.
Don't let him do it, Austin. Don't let him do
Thank you,
it.
John. Thank you, John. I didn't know Tom was such an asshole.
Tom, you know
love
what?
it, Tom.
I think that speaks really well for you because he's listened to a lot of episodes of this podcast and is only just now figuring that out.
Only
Yeah,
just
'cause he
not
played
figuring it
there.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get to be on the same page as everyone else and not be like, oh my God, what's gonna go on next?
All right, I have to say, some of my favorite moments here, and especially with Austin, who we've never played together before. I think right when he realized he killed their favorite,
Jesus of the Orcors.
yeah, and Jesus of the Orcors. And do you guys know what's going to happen? Oh, I love it, dude. They've been keeping Jesus alive in this dungeon since Galwinia took his place.
Yeah, that's
his
insane.
Shit's on me.
I cannot. They right. I cannot believe, and he's got a clone that is going to be
He's got
awesome.
a clone back in Waterdeep, baby, and he is
No.
fucking pissed.
Oh,
God.
damn.
Yeah, I'm so excited
And
about
we
that.
happen to be in with Galwinia. Damn.
My heart did drop when you're like, Jesus. I'm like,
Yeah, we
Thanks
invited
a lot,
Austin to be a
Austin.
guest and kill Jesus.
this is all part of the plan. That was my job. I had a secondary mission. Killing Jesus.
For half a second, I thought the Gith was like the clone of Jesus that had sort of walked up because you said the
that'd be
clone thing,
interesting.
and then I was like, "This is a weird way to bring a clone in," but okay.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have thought of it, but I didn't. That was not. That was not.
It's
it.
like
Yeah.
I
Emperor
was so
Palpatine's
close.
machine. It's just like his soul's just moving.
Oh my God. I was so close to casting a spell that would probably have let him or not allowed him to turn invisible. But I mean, it kind of turned out good for us anyway. We got away from it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad about that though.
Yeah, I
But,
mean, at some point, you just got to run.
yeah,
gotta
that's
run.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said it's brave to run. You
Yeah.
probably live longer than that. I don't
Listen,
think I think story wise, like Argon probably has ran in more situations than he would like to admit in his tenure.
You know, it's interesting. At this point, it's sort of like Schrodinger's mission. But like
Yeah.
you either, in some ways, you could say you accomplished 2/3 of your mission, or maybe you totally succeeded, or maybe you totally failed.
Right.
It's
It's
in
true.
a
Yeah.
state, right? It's in a quantum state right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It both is and is not successful. That's what kills me.
Yeah.
I need that gold. But yeah, I had a health potion. I had several health potions to be like, okay, if anyone goes down or gets hurt, I'll just administer a health potion. And obviously a whole head gone.
Yeah.
Can I like pour it down the neck?
Well, yeah, I had a bonus
Like
action.
it's like a dead
ready
chicken with its head cut off. I'm just like
to go.
Yeah, can't
running
do
around.
anything with an insta kill, man. That
I was
No,
ready
no.
to be like,
That's
Grim,
amazing.
get back on your feet and run, Grim. Yeah.
yeah,
Spurt, blood.
just done. I was ready to
Yeah.
grapple somebody, do something. I had
Oh,
tavern
yeah.
brawler
No.
feats, grappler
Yep.
feats.
It's
nothing.
fun. It's fun how many feats I had that totally did not come into play.
Oh yeah, me too.
I mean,
I had
I
some
think-
good ones.
I think any of them. I was ready to start punching somebody in the prison, and then I was just like, it doesn't seem as prison escape like.
Right,
I'm just gonna run.
right.
yeah.
Totally.
I really
Like,
wanted
And it
you
was
guys-
Rella. So as a player,
I
the
know.
meta in me was like, no, I can't punch Rella.
can't kill her.
Yeah. And I was told to avoid her in the dossier I got.
There you go.
But, you know, I mean, things happen.
Things can get out of hand.
Guys. They do.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Spellcasting's
Man.
tough also when you only have a DC 12.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I didn't I'm a bit sad that I didn't get to use my longbow because I was gonna use a quote that I was really looking forward to. But
Tell us what it was. What was the quote?
You don't want to save it for the second half of Meanwhile in Ladybone.
I mean, that's if that happens. That's if that
Wrong
if,
time,
If
but
I'm
you know.
if I'm allowed back,
Yeah,
say, for killing.
Meanwhile in Littlefinger,
Jesus.
like that's
Right.
There you go. There you go.
I'm a little, I mean, I won't say I'm really concerned. I'm a little concerned that people who are, say, fans of the Ironbound chest, who are going to come over and just listen to this episode, you know, because Austin's on it and like they want to get a little taste of this podcast.
Who's this kid?
Might be a little put off at how often and casually we talk about killing Jesus.
Yeah, that's true.
that's true.
That's true.
Way to go, Tom.
Yeah. And then now I have to have that flack because I killed Jesus.
Yeah.
And then
What are they gonna think?
and then explaining both who that character is and why he's named Jesus.
So I think
There's
for
a
me, I
lot
think I
to
would
get
do one of
into.
two things.
Yeah.
I think I would just be like, one, you just got to listen to Dungeon Dads. That's my first recommendation. And two
Start
would
from
be
the
like,
beginning.
I'd be like, okay, please sit down. This is going to take a minute. And then go on off probably a 30-minute tangent, though. Other than that, I don't know.
So I would, if I were you, well, please don't post about it until this episode comes out. Because there's an important death that you have not seen yet. That's very sad, heartbreaking.
Love it.
And I don't want people to think it's Jesus of the Orc Wars. Is the big important thing.
Because that's where everybody's brain would go to first.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Because everyone loves Jesus.
Yeah.
So, no, don't worry about that, though. No.
When is this going to come out, Tim? Do you
This
know?
comes out. Oh yeah, I've got it right in front of me. October 26th.
Yeah, it says pretty far in advance, Austin.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, there'll be 3 episodes between. So there's one that drops
24
tomorrow.
comes out tomorrow.
Yeah,
Good.
tomorrow,
So I
and
have
then there's-
something to listen to.
Yeah, and then there's 2 more
Before this.
before this
Right.
one.
All right, nice. I keep forgetting that you guys do the 2-week schedule, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it, but I'm like, ugh, I want more.
I know.
Just give me more.
Well, you know, I think, man, maybe we could set like a Patreon goal or something. Like when we're bringing in $30,000 a month,
Hey, that's good.
we can go to a weekly main episode schedule.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, just shoot for the stars, you know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, and the thing that's a little tough is we sort of committed to this because early on, every 2 weeks felt like too long between episodes. So we got on
Right.
this cadence of doing the mainline episodes and then the bonus episodes.
Oh yeah,
And the bonus episodes take a lot less time in post, and
Right.
that's
know.
good.
And those are all on the Patreon now, so those are
Yeah.
all moved over. So the mainline feed is just the. Have we like segued into after game talk without ever actually like finishing the episode?
I feel like we're
No.
still recording.
We're
We are
still
still
I mean, we are
Yeah.
still recording.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, yeah, I think that this is I think this is the bonus, or I think this goes into bonus, but we also have everybody rolling up their characters too. And it's actually pretty fun. I think Austin and I had a really like a stupidly good time in that one. So
Listen, man, crazy roll is kind of a stressful process.
It
fuck
is.
that crazy roll. I was like, what? What in the world?
So Tom, did you give him full crazy roll, not our handicapped crazy roll?
yeah. So Austin, these guys were a new commoner class that I made up.
Ooh, nice.
And their crazy roll only had 15 d6 instead of having 24 d6.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Hence the one-hit punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's
But-
funny
Absolutely.
because my stats actually don't look that bad.
No.
Really?
Like they look. I mean, I almost wish these were Tarbuck stats. I mean,
Yeah.
like he's the dwarf I play in Mountain City Mayhem. But like I rolled a 16 on strength, and with the commoner, depending on how old you were, you had bonuses to strength and
Okay.
constitution. Like if you were older, you had less strength, less constitution, so you sort of
But
weakened as you
more
got
like
older. kind of thing.
intelligence and wisdom.
That sounds a bit like how they used to do. I think it was like third edition or 3.5. They had like an age kind of system that I thought was interesting. So it's really cool to hear that come into play. So I like that.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty
of course,
awesome.
I never play tested it. I basically was like looking and saying, okay, well, if someone wants to be, I let them take one level of a class at the end.
Yeah.
So I was like, if one person wants to be a spellcaster, they're going to go and be like 50 years old, so they can
Right,
get
right.
all the levels and all the hit points and get the most wisdom or intelligence or charisma they can. And Sam was the only one who really did that.
Right.
So yeah, the crazy thing is like my highest stat was Constitution, where I had a +3. Well, it ended up being it because I took some feats and got it up to a +3. But because I had 8 levels of Merchant for my age and then 1 level of Druid, that ended up being an additional 27 hit points.
Ooh.
Even though I'm technically sort of just like a level 1 Druid, but I'm
Right.
a level 1 Druid with 59 hit points,
Yeah.
which is kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam
So I
could've
could have taken that punch. It
Sam
would've
could have taken
hurt.
that punch.
Could've, yeah.
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 I would have gone down, but I would have survived. Like you would have been able to bring me back
Jeez.
up. I don't even know. Like, there's no reason that anybody listening would know what regular class I took. Like, it just never came up.
Never came out.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
came
You
up,
were just
yeah.
role playing the whole time pretty much.
Yeah.
I was doing the
Barbarian.
same.
Rager.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
pretty
I mean,
cool, though.
and
I like
you know, I
that.
probably went a little too stereotypical, but I do have a 7 int and a 7 wisdom.
I mean, yeah.
But it's funny. It's funny. This didn't come up either. But I took the actor feat, and at some point, I was planning to go into a fully eloquent like repetition of one of the other Grims.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Because that's one of the things that he can do with that feat. But you know,
So cool.
Well, and you know, I ended up taking Magic Initiate just to get a few extra cantrips because I knew cantrips were going to be important.
Yeah.
Because we weren't going to have much else. And I was like, oh, what should I take for my level 1 spell? Well, shield would be good, but I was like, oh no, man, I got to cast Mage Armor at least.
Yeah,
once.
right.
Had
Yeah.
to do it. Mage armor.
I cast Mage Armor and then
So
run
good.
away. How could you pass that up?
right?
Made me so
right.
happy.
That was
So
a
happy.
moment. That was a moment that couldn't be denied.
Yes,
That was awesome.
yes, indeed.
I was waiting to pop out. I have disguise self as for the Gloomstalker, and I was really wanting to have some like fun moment to be like, just disguise myself really quick in order to like dupe someone. But one, I think I still had the paint on me, and I don't know if that would have been affected by it. But I mean, wearing the cloak and stuff like that, obviously didn't get to. But I'm
Oh yeah,
I'm
that
glad
paint
that
never
it went-
came up.
Yeah, no, it didn't. But I mean, I did have. It's good because I mean, I kind of covered it, you know.
I
so-
think the people who would have cared about it suddenly had bigger things to worry about.
Yeah.
probably,
yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Should we do an like an actual official sign off now that we've meandered around for 20 minutes?
Oh, you mean for the episode?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can't just cut it off cold turkey.
for the
Yeah.
episode that we're still in theory recording.
Yeah. Sure. Let's do it. Could you do it?
Yeah, you want me to do it?
Wait, what do you want me to do? I'll do it.
We gotta
Thanks,
culminate the
everybody,
episode.
for coming to this little interlude here between seasons on the Dungeon Dads. Hope you enjoyed a little something different. Thank you so much to Austin Moraga for coming.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Austin.
Thank you so much.
Listen to the
I had a hell of a time.
Ironbound Chest. Who knows? We may be on there as a full group sometime talking about our process.
I was really hoping that I was going to ask you all and see what you thought about it. So
And look, we just invited ourselves over.
Yeah, that's how we do
come
it.
on in. Here's the thing, though. I will say something real quick. My door is literally always open to anyone, but especially you dads. Like, you guys were my very first episode, my first guest. Thank you again, Tom, for that. That was
man.
amazing to do with you.
That was a really fun.
I
That was a really fun episode.
Really quick thing. Our episode together has the most listens of any of my episodes, and I don't think I would be where I am now without you. So thank you.
That's great.
Deeply
Oh,
in the
that's
bottom of my
great.
heart.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
Well, you guys know we always sign off always now. We have evolved our Toodaloo sign off. Austin, would you like to tell all of the listeners Toodaloo?
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo, everybody.
Toodaloo.
Choo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-ba, choo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-ba, choo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.